We're muted. We're always muted. Damn you, StreamYard. Damn you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to After the Credits number 115. I'm alone in the studio this wonderful Monday evening, Monday afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. We got a posse coming on in here shortly. I got a text from both Taz and Ben, very close to each other, being like, we'll be 15 minutes late. And I said, aye, aye, Captain. We'll roll this boat alone for the meantime. In the meantime, we will roll this thing alone. Cameron said, hello, everybody. And hello, Cameron. Hello, Short Cars in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, send in anything you want to talk about within these first 10 minutes of the stream. We're going to spend these first 10, 15 minutes talking about whatever you want to talk about. We have a book show today, though. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the start of crazy season over here at After the Credits. Y'all have no idea. Last week we started a little show I like to call which was very fun. We loved Invincible. This week, we get to talk about Daredevil Born Again. So we have an Invincible, a Daredevil, and some shrinking here at the end if we really want to. Then over these next... what's over the next couple weeks? Next week is the same kind of vibe. I think it's just more Daredevil, more Invincible. Then we have The Boys starting up with its 2-episode premiere. And I think that same week we have Darth Maul also starting up. So it's gonna be an interesting time. And with that being said, joining us a lot sooner than I thought they'd be joining us. Oh, no one can see you. Hold on. Ben is here. Hello, Ben.
Hello.
Welcome. How are you?
Oh, tired. I just got home and I've been out for about 9 hours.
Long day then. Long day.
I mean, first day of the new class and all that.
You get back from the spring break then?
Yes. Yeah, just got back yesterday.
See, okay, that's something interesting. I always thought it was kind of strange that college has spring break before Easter. You would think it would be
That's
during
fair.
Easter.
You would, right? You would. For my school, the way it does, so I'm out of school that's the quarter system, meaning we do 10-week classes. So spring break is more of a gap between getting new classes. Which is why, but a lot of spring breaks align with this, and it should realistically be a week back.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck with the whole getting back into the swing of things. I hope it all goes well, my friend.
It's already tiring. I got an 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, no. How was your spring break? Did you do anything fun?
I did. So I had 2 of my friends' birthdays happen in March, so we did a joint. We did a barbecue thing, which was fun. And then besides that, I just got to spend a lot of time with more family and friends, which was it's always fun.
Okay, fair enough. Solo Darren, not anymore, Jeffrey. We have someone in the house. 15 minutes late for episode 15. Well, let's see for Taz. Taz has 10 minutes to get here or he's fired. Just kidding. Need to make an intro thing for Daredevil? Maybe, but I don't think it's as much fun if it's not for Invincible. I feel like the fun is the bit. The whole thing is the bit is we can't say the word Invincible. Even though I just did. Darren, what's worse, Flash Season 7 or Season 9? We've had this debate a lot. I say 7 just slightly. Just slightly 7.
I say 7 because 9 at least have 2 episodes that are genuinely 10 out of 10 episodes.
Yeah.
7 have nothing that's above an 8 out of 10 for me.
They're both on around the same level for me. I don't think... I also don't know if anything in 7 or anything in 9 is also as bad as the lows of 7.
Oh,
7 has...
Season 7 is my least favorite season of the Arrowverse, I think.
It's bad, yeah. There were some unwatchable episodes in that season.
I think they handled Cisco and Wells' goodbye episodes really good.
Yeah.
And I liked its finale enough, but that's about it.
Jeffrey says, still mad you won't watch Clone Wars. Someday, Jeffrey. I don't have time right now.
7 seasons, 7 long seasons.
7 seasons, and then there's also Star Wars Rebels.
Bad Batch.
I just don't have time. I'll do it eventually, guys. One day I will do it for content. We'll like go through the whole like Star Wars universe at some point.
After the credits, number 500 special.
Yeah, on Pipeline, I do want to do like a whole Star Wars thing at some point. So I'll get to it eventually. Jeffrey said hi, man.
Hello.
I just got back from spring break to college. Yeah, that's still like that's kind of crazy to me because I was talking to my dad about it. I was like, "How was Sammy's spring break?" And he was like, "He doesn't go for 2 more weeks." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, some
and I was
people
like,
are.
"Oh yeah, it's college. It's different." Yeah.
It is, yeah, because like my so I live like literally right next to my like where I am from. I live right next to my middle school, like where I went to middle school, and I saw their spring break started today. So it's like it's a week off, and I'm like, I don't know why.
That's so interesting.
Like winter break is usually aligned across America, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Spring break is really differentiates.
Yeah, that's interesting. Hello, Naruto. How's it going? The Flash season 7 has mommy daddy lines from the yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
in between season 7 and 9, you get the decency of season 8.
Yes, I agree. I think it's not amazing still, but I think it's
not amazing. It's
step
not as good
above
as the first
everything
4
else.
seasons, but in terms of what happened season 6B and onwards, it's pretty good.
Yeah. I like season 6 a lot, actually. I'm kind of a defender of season 6.
I'm not a huge fan of the Mirror Mister storyline. I never loved that story, but I like the Bloodwork storyline quite a bit.
Fair enough. After season 6 of watching Flash live every week, season 7 was the one that broke me, and I just waited a few weeks to binge them. I get it. I understand.
Flash, I think, is the only Flash or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Actually, they're the only 2 shows I could think of that I can ever say I never missed an episode and watched them straight for like 7/9 years in a row.
Sure.
Which are always fun.
Yeah, I mean, I still say that like as much as I love the Arrowverse, like it crafted my palate to now I have a hard time watching bad television because nothing hits those lows for me.
It's true. Flash season 1, Flash season 7, Arrow season 4, Batwoman season 1.
I thought that the final season of Game of Thrones is fine. Like I think it's completely like
I haven't seen it, but I'm not looking forward to it.
Like, oh, actually, a better example of this is like everyone was bitching about that like Stranger Things final season, and I'm like, y'all have not seen the lows of lows that some of these shows have gone through. Like that's good TV in comparison to some of the stuff we've seen.
Watch that and then put on Flash season 7. Actually, even then, put on Flash season 9.
Yeah. I would put the final season of Stranger Things above like 50% of the Arrowverse if I'm going like in quality wise.
It's like well, the Arrowverse always had that pattern of like
it's the definition of hills and valleys. You will have the most peak season of TV, and then you'll have the most dog shit back to back.
That is exactly how you describe. That's exactly how I would probably describe some of Legends seasons for me, actually.
Yeah. I think they all kind of were like that. Like, Supergirl went through that.
Well, Supergirl, I actually think the first 3 seasons are solid. I think season 4 is peak. I think season 5 and 6 are really bad.
5 and 6 are bad, though, yeah. I think the only show that kind of has the same level of consistency to me is Batwoman, and I think it's, like, very consistently okay. It's never at the peak, and it's never at the bottom. It's always, like, in the middle for me.
For me, I significantly like season 2 more than season 1.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Because season 1 is actually season 1 might be my least favorite. It's the most boring Arrowverse season for me. Season 1 of Batwoman.
That's fair. I like season 1, but like it improves, I think, a lot in season 2 and 3. Actually, yeah, I think it's a slow uptick. Like I think 1 is okay. Season 2 is good. I think season 3 is kind of great, and I like to think they would have continued to do so as they found their footing, but they never got that trail.
The day that it broke the Legends and Batwoman got canceled, it broke me so hard.
Oh God! Don't give me that PTSD. I didn't like the Naomi show. Naomi is my least favorite DC show.
Episode 1 is solid. I liked episode 1, and then everything else sucked. I forgot that until I don't think I've thought about that show until just now, since it ended.
It's such a nothing burger. Like, it's not even that it's doing anything inherently bad. It's just nothing for like.
I don't get how did that show get passed, but then the Black Lightning spinoff or the there's something the Wonder Girl show that was also like floating around at the same time. Those two didn't, but then that show did. Yeah, exactly.
It was cheaper. That's why
I'm so happy that they show Superman and Lois like to keep going. Like,
yeah. Oh my goodness. Arrow is better than the Flash.
Consistently, yes, but Flash have higher peaks for me.
I 100% agree. Flash has higher highs. Arrow's more consistent season to season.
Yes. Well, they also kind of made a comeback. I think, like, for instance, like season 5 of Arrow is in their later half, and I think that's one of their best seasons. Flash doesn't have a season in the later half that's as good as the first 2, really.
People complaining about Stranger Things would never have survived the Arrow season 4. I was thinking about this week, actually, because everyone on TikTok is like complaining about like Invincible this week is filler, and I'm like, oh, y'all would never have survived 23 episodes of Flash a season. Like, dear God, we would have like 4 episodes in a row where they wouldn't do shit.
I've got a lot to say about this Invincible episode. We'll get to that.
I only like 3 and 4 Supergirl. I'm kind of with you. Yeah,
I get it. Even 1 and 2 are slow. I think 3 and 4 is where it gets its high, and then it somehow falls off a cliff right after Crisis, which most Arrowverse shows did, and I don't get that.
5 and 6 are tough for me. 5 and 6 are tough for me.
5 more so. I think 6 has. I always like the finale of 6, so I think I have a decent series finale. Mm-hmm. But
that Naomi show was boring. It was boring.
Very boring.
Very.
It's not Arrowverse, but it's CW.
Mm-hmm. Naomi is weird because she's the newest character.
Yeah, I've thought about this. If she the youngest character to like get a show quick, or like a show, movie, or something like her own property really quick.
Yeah, she's up there. She might be. I know,
Miss Marvel and Miles were quick, but they weren't that quick.
They weren't that quick. Yeah, they had like a somewhat established kind of fan base before jumping in.
Yeah, Naomi I've never read her. I never will.
Which was kind of the same vibe as like Wonder Girl, because like that version of Wonder Girl was very new too. But also, it's like I think there's a lot more possibilities.
There's a lot more lore that they can do there. Like you don't need Wonder Woman in the show, but they could do kind of what they do with Gotham Knights in a way.
There's like an entire mythos around it that you could do something cool.
Nobody knows who the hell Naomi is.
No, which I think could be cool. Like, I wasn't hating on it when it was announced because I was like, okay, that allows them to do their own thing, right? I think in theory it can work, but it didn't in their case.
I think I'm gonna miss the era of like of DC of having a random show with a character no one's ever heard of.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss like Pennyworth would never be made today.
No,
and I'm always gonna miss that era.
And even the like more popular shows, it's like, okay, yes, people knew who the Flash were, people knew who Green Arrow were and Supergirl were, but now they are household names, which you couldn't necessarily say that in like 2010.
I know. It's why I continue to say, as much as I love the MCU, the Arrowverse is always gonna be more nostalgic to me.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I think Born Again season 2 has potential to be
with these reviews. Hell yeah.
Yeah. We'll be talking about that here. When Taz gets here. But spoilers, I did like the first episode. I quite enjoyed the first episode.
I did too.
No, Arrowverse show is worse than Titans, and I'll stand on that. Arrowverse, yes, I agree. I will take Titans over Naomi, though, I think.
I am a Titans defender, so I take Titans over Supergirl and Batwoman. I don't take it over Flash, Legends, or Arrow, but I do take it over Supergirl and Batwoman.
Okay, all right. I don't agree, but I will let you have that. I think that's fair. Arrow had a good final season, unlike Flash. That's true. That's true.
Hey, I will say, I do think Flash have an episode in his final season that's better than anything in Arrow's final season, for me.
Ooh. I might agree. I think I would take those two goated episodes over the Arrow stuff, but in general, Arrow.
Well, Arrow's final season felt really like such a bittersweet goodbye, and Flash didn't. And that was the problem.
Sometimes Flash did, but like 90% of the time it did not.
They should have had one Stephen Long story arc. Just one Stephen Long story arc.
Mm-hmm.
Not two. Could have made Green Arrow to Red Death. Would have been a way better story. Just saying.
Hey.
Taz, we're talking about the Arrowverse again. Aren't you happy?
Yeah. What's going on?
I don't know. Everyone's just talking Arrowverse. We're talking final seasons of Flash and Arrow, and what's the worst Arrowverse season, and I'm nostalgic for 2023 when we'd stay up until like 2 a.m. talking Arrowverse.
I don't know what was the worst. Oh no, I know exactly what the worst Arrowverse season was. I think it's season 6 of The Flash. Was that the one that got cut short because of COVID and everything?
That's the worst one.
That's my least. I think that is my least favorite season.
More I hate than more than that.
So okay, that is my least favorite season for the fact that is the only Arrowverse season that I dragged my feet in finishing. Like I got behind because like it got delayed and it got it got shortened. But
blood work.
Yeah, but I didn't enjoy it as much as everybody else. Is that a hot take? I don't know.
Well, I think we argued about this back then as well.
I didn't like that season. I think that is ultimately my least favorite season, followed by the next season, which was season 7, right?
Season 7 is so much worse for me than season 6.
Yeah.
I hate season 7 of Flash.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think everything outside of that, like I'd rewatch, like hot take or not, there are elements even of like Arrow season 4 that I enjoy.
Arrow season 4 was always watchable for me. Flash season 7.
Yeah.
Arrow season 4 kind of had, like at the time, it was clearly the worst that they had done.
Yeah,
but I do think
it's the worst Arrow season for me.
I think I would agree it's still the worst Arrow season, but I think there are worse Arrowverse seasons since that had come.
Yeah.
Well, also Arrow season 4 have Damien Dark, a character I've learned to love.
Yeah. There are scenes in 4 that are
and
great.
the suit too. Like I mean, just generally for that Arrow season 4 suit, I think it gets props.
Like,
yeah,
it's such a good Arrow.
Yeah,
season.
Like I'd put Legends season 4 below it. I'd put Supergirl 5 and 6 below it.
Okay.
Probably Flash season 7 and 9 below it.
I would put 9 above it, but I would put 7 below it.
Those two episodes lift that season up so much. It is crazy. Like they run the entire season, and then you have the rest of the season all the way back.
No, but they also tricked you to think the last 5 episodes would be peak.
Yeah, they did. Oh boy. Okay, let me speed run through some of these comments.
Yeah,
they're all like Arrowverse related. I only liked Kid Flash, Thawne, and Godspeed's Return in the back half of seasons. But the back half had so many. That Kid Flash episode was so good.
I forgot that Kid Flash
episode. The Grodd episode was so good.
Well, yeah, because it's also Grodd's like last appearance till season 9.
Yeah,
it's
that
actually
is true.
Flash's last appearance in season 9 too.
I think that that season got fucked up because of COVID. I think.
Yeah,
because
you almost can't blame it for being bad, but also you do have to acknowledge the fact that it just wasn't.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing: Flash consistently, even its worst seasons. Like I hate season 7. I enjoy the hell out of the finale, and season 6 couldn't get the opportunity to get a good finale.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Yeah. Because they had to take a break every week. They would be like 1 on, 2 weeks off, 1 on, 3 weeks off, and then
it messed up the beginning of the beginning of 7 too, because they had to then wrap up what they were originally going to wrap up for 6 and then go into their story for 7.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah,
I agree. 7 is better than 6. What do you count as the finale for 6 though? Like, do you actually do the last episode of 6, or do you?
I mean, it is like on page, yeah. Because you have to like, even though it's continuing the same story, it's a completely different season.
Exactly.
You know?
Like season 7's finale, it's so corny, but I love it when I watch it.
Is that the lightsaber?
It is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love hating
that scene.
Like it's fun, but you have to admit it's a little like.
Yeah, that was bad too.
Yeah, but to have the one scene of Barry trying to punch Reverse Flash and the slow, it's incredible.
It's fun. Like it's fun, but like I think it's very like Love and Thunder coded, where it's like, okay, this was fun, but at what cost? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like someone should have told Eric Wallace no. It's kind of the vibe.
Someone should have told Eric Wallace no the entire show. Well, you had it.
I like the Invincible double title card this episode. We'll get into that a bit later. Yeah. Supergirl trailer tomorrow. A lot of trailers tomorrow.
Yeah.
Supergirl tomorrow, He-Man tomorrow, Avatar live action tomorrow, something else tomorrow as well. So that'll be fun.
And then Daredevil tomorrow night at 9 p.m.
Yes.
2 episodes, in fact.
Back to back.
Oh wait, it's 2 episodes. Ooh.
Yeah, it's 2 episodes. From what I've heard, episode 2 is not amazing, which is why I think they're releasing back to back.
Yeah, I've seen things from people that have seen the whole season. Is it's basically like 1 and 2 set the groundwork. They're like kind of the best. Like they're on par with the better episodes of season 1, but the season doesn't really start till episode 3.
Yeah,
is
I've
kind
also
of what
heard consistently that episode 2 is the worst episode of the season.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, you know what? I think we are going to just kind of pivot from there then, because we have a lot to get through tonight. We have Daredevil came back, and plus an Invincible episode and some shrinking. We have a pretty hard cutoff tonight, so we are just going to dive right in to Daredevil Born Again, the return of Daredevil. You know what? Our schedule is kind of wonky with this show because it comes out basically a week after we do the show, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we have to talk when it comes to Darth Maul, Taz, because really quick.
Sam Witwer. Yeah. Do you have the post? Do you want here? Let me. If you don't have
let's talk about that really quickly because there's a double-edged sword to Darth Maul.
Do you want to pull it up or do you want me to?
Undependent. If you have it, you.
Yeah, I got it. I got it right here.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it. So yeah, there's a double-edged sword with how we're going to cover Maul now. Yeah.
So Sam Witwer tweeted this out today, basically saying, "I'm often asked what you need to watch beforehand to enjoy Maul, Shadow Lord. Nothing if you've never seen a Star Wars film or TV show. Everything you need to know is in the show." So there you have it, right from Maul himself.
Yeah.
So you need no background to enjoy this show.
I want to start watching it because I was really intrigued by it, but like I hadn't seen Clone Wars or Rebels, but I always liked the character in the minimal scenes I've seen him in.
I want to watch this as kind of putting that statement to the test. As someone as a very casual Star Wars fan, I'm be like, all right, let's see. Let me try and
the
watch
second
this.
they reference something from Clone Wars, liar.
Yeah, let's roast them every time they reference something I don't know. No, it's gonna be fun. But do you know what day April 6th is, Taz?
What?
A Monday.
Oh gosh.
So
wait, what time is the episode gonna drop like at 9 o'clock?
Wait, that's a good question.
So hold on, can we? You ever want to do a watch party? Like you know how channels do that? Is like you put the little timer up and then we just watch the show, and then live react to it.
I think Disney Animation puts their stuff in the morning.
So we might be able to actually talk the episode day of.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like we gotta be like, we have to watch it the day of the stream. Like we can't wait.
Okay.
That's that's what I'm saying.
Hard,
it's like it's a tight squeeze to get these in.
Yeah.
But
I think that can be done.
Yeah,
Monday mornings. Okay, it's
Monday morning. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's good. That can be done.
Yeah, we could do that. I'm down.
I might join you guys for this one.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys will be putting this statement to the test, and then I will be the only one that knows all of the extraneous background.
I mean, I'm kind of hoping
knowledge and lore.
I'm kind of hoping this show is gonna get me to want to watch Clone Wars more, so I could get.
That would be nice. I don't know. I'm curious about this. That week's also going to be crazy because that week we will have obviously Daredevil, Invincible, but also The Boys also starts that week, and Darth Maul starts that week. So we're gonna be zooming through these topics over these.
There's gonna be a lot.
Weeks.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot.
So much stuff, so much Disney stuff and superhero stuff, and
it's here. It's starting. It's started.
It's gonna start, but after it starts, it's gonna start calming down.
Yeah,
we'll see. But
will it ever calm down? No, you're good. Go ahead.
But Daredevil Born Again season 2. Taz, we covered season 1 together every episode. I think that's kind of like around when you were joining, or actually no, it was a bit before. But like I think this was one of our first like big shows we covered together after Superman kind of wrapped up.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun with season 1. We had some highs of season 1. I also think we had a couple of lows of season 1.
Yeah.
I think you liked season 1 more than I did, right?
I mean, I ended up enjoying it. Like I said, it doesn't hold a candle to the original series. It is, as mean as that sounds, I think it's also important to be very honest about that, is it never really lived up to the original series in the, shot composition, color grading, how just the show looked and how it felt, characters. I think, acting was on par, especially from the original cast members and things like that, but you could certainly still feel the leftover elements of what the show was when it was going to be a complete reboot versus what it then became as a continuation, kind of a like almost soft reboot revival of Daredevil and kind of where these characters are now, X amount of years after we last saw them. And obviously there's a lot of time that we didn't get to see, which I'm somewhat upset about, is like I feel like there's a lot more in that element that we missed out on.
Yeah.
But I think going now into season 2, especially like coming off the heels of the last couple of episodes of Born Again season 1, where they kind of really found their footing, those were the newer episodes, the ones that they made specifically after they made that shift to say, hey, now this is a part of the original series and everything like that. I think it really then kind of found its footing, and we hit the ground running here in season 2. I think in a lot of ways, I'm sure, Darren, you agree with this as well. I feel like we talked about this, is that this first episode of season 2 is probably the best episode of Born Again.
It's
pretty close. Yeah.
I've been going back and forth if I like episode 8 or this one more, because I think like dynamically, I think that one hit me harder. Like that was such a great episode. The whole ballroom shit was awesome, but also there was just still so much of the baggage I wasn't vibing with from the season that we had already gotten, that I feel like it didn't have the full punch and the weight as if it was building to that moment. But I agree. Like I think this is such a unique show, because I don't think there's ever been a show in history that has the same amount of baggage that this show has. Like you have obviously that original show, which is like crowned as like one of the greatest of all times. Like people crown Daredevil
certainly the best Marvel Netflix show, if not the best Marvel show or even Marvel project. Like I think there's an argument for it.
You could argue that.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly one of the most well made.
I think it is the most well made, like Marvel anything.
Yeah, and like, it has this kind of weird vibe. It's like, well, it was connected to this universe, but then it wasn't, but now it is reconnected. And I hadn't really heard too many situations about a show that had to film half of its season, keep half of that filmed season, but also cut it away and do a new season. Like that just hasn't really been done before, at least to this degree.
It's also one of those things that like the writer's strike that you've kind of like
writer's strike It's I just think it's a show that's kind of on its own, and sometimes I feel like I almost have to treat it as it's on its own, but also criticize its own thing as well. So it was a hard balance. And like weirdly enough, like I had issues with season 1, but also there's a part of me that's like, well, it's kind of impressive that it's as good as it is, because it could have been horrible. Right? It could have been a disaster.
Everybody was so...
It could have been like a Frankenstein show.
It could have been bad,
it like, again, is like the first like 1 to 2 episodes were fine in season 1. And then it stumbled quite a bit there in the middle. And then it refound its footing in the last couple of episodes. So it did still, again, hold on to some of that baggage, but you ended up with a much better show than you would have gotten if you would have stuck to the original plan. I think in a perfect world, what would have happened is they would have scrapped everything. Started over. And this also, season 1 and season 2 would have been one season, and it would have been a 13 to 15 episode season.
But originally
because I think this
18 episode season.
Yes, and that's exactly what this feels like, and this proved the theory and the thought that I had last year, was that the way that we ended season 1 and how the filming and everything was going for season 2, it seemed like we would pick up immediately, and it would just feel like a mid-season finale to then the back half of a season, and I think that is exactly what we got here, and not saying that as a critique of the show, but just saying that as a from a consumer point of view, I would have much rather we waited an extra year. Say we didn't get Daredevil Born Again until last week, right? Season 1 started this year, and we went through this whole story and we were going to get all 15, 18 episodes played all out like that, I think it would have been a much better way to tell that story, and they could have taken more time to scrap a lot of the extra, like, extraneous stuff and characters and plot lines and things like that that were not going to be as important, because it does feel like they did drop quite a few things from last season that just seem like they don't matter, or they're, readjusting certain things and pushing characters in different directions that they might have wanted to do after the writing shakeup in season 1.
Sure.
But now they're kind of, again, course corrected. We've, straightened out the plot here, and now we're kind of back on course, as so to speak here. And again, I think it is certainly for the better. I think we're in for a really good season. But yeah, I just wish that this was the plan all along.
Yeah.
I one day want to see these original episodes. I want them to just drop a cut of these original episodes.
I don't think you do.
Season. I kind of.
I don't think you do. I mean,
I just want to see it.
Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio said it was bad.
Well,
when you have your two leads saying that the show that they filmed was objectively bad.
But also, Charlie hates my favorite episode, or like one of my favorite episodes of season 1, which is that bank episode.
That bottle episode. I don't like it either. I think it's straight. I think it's straight filler.
Yeah, but it's a good filler.
I kind of like it's very CW. It's very.
And that's what I loved about it. Is it felt
like it's not like the best episode, but I thought I liked it for what it was.
Well, here's the thing: is to me, you take it out of the season, and the season's no different. I think upon a rewatch, you could completely just splice it out, and it doesn't matter.
To be fair, I think you can cut out 2 or 3 episodes this season and still have the same.
Sure, yeah.
But I think the element of a good, like, quote unquote filler episode, I think we'll get to it. But I think Invincible this week did a filler episode right versus what Born Again season 1 did with that bank episode.
I get, yeah.
And for a show with limited episodes, it's not something that I want. Again, if we had a whole 18 episode season, sure, give me a random bottle episode.
Which we did, like it was supposed to be. That episode was made for the original plan.
Right.
I'm so curious though, because like there is a lot from that original their stuff that I really liked. Like again, I liked the bank episode. I loved the like trial episode with like
I love the White Tiger.
Yeah,
that stuff is fantastic. I liked Muse. I thought Muse was a fantastic villain, and it was this crew that got rid of it.
It's funny. I actually think I enjoy now Muse more being like a haunting ghost than anything Muse did in season 1. And which also too, I think our theory is gonna come true. I mean, they're kind of hitting you over the head with it. I think it's pretty obvious where we're heading there, which I'm excited about actually.
I also liked some of the like supporting characters they got last season. The issue is they cut a lot of their stuff for the new stuff they had to add, and there's sometimes where I'm like, okay, Heather is really close to being good last season. Sherry's really close to being good, but they're not there.
Here's also the thing. I'm curious. Would this, if this even had come out, would it have been a bad Daredevil season? Would it have been a good Disney Plus season? Very different scale.
That's true. I don't know. Like, I am glad that they came in and they're redoing stuff. Like, this is definitely I'm already seeing the vision.
This first episode made me like Sherry way more than anything he did last.
Oh yeah. Same with Heather. With
he's barely in it.
Yeah. I'd agree. They're already executing these characters on, I think, a better scale in ways that are way more interesting. Jumping into spoiler stuff, the Phoebe and Karen stuff is literally what I wanted all through season 1. Like, that was the yes, that's what I want you to do with that character. And having them on screen together, chef's kiss. That's so exciting.
It's great.
Jumping
Daredevil
into like sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Daredevil's my 3rd favorite Marvel character. I believe I've always been a big Daredevil fan, and while I don't dislike season 1, I do think that this was a great step in a good direction.
Diving into the episode itself, we've been kind of doing some prep, how we felt last season, going into this season. How did we feel as a premiere? Did we feel satisfied with this first episode? I'd say, it's definitely a slower episode than I'd say the first episode of season 1.
My hot take of the week is I like season 1, episode 1 more.
Ooh.
That in my hot
I
take.
think
see that.
I
can
think
see that.
for the fact that opening sequence was so good in season 1.
The
I
opening
think that the
sequence-
opening
I think the
sequence
opening scene
was
is
certainly better, even though I did
Yeah.
really like this fight scene on the boat. And like
Mhm.
showcasing, I think this was probably the best fight scene maybe in Born Again.
Sure.
It
Yeah,
was
sure.
it was shot a lot more closely to what you would expect a Daredevil fight
Yeah.
scene to be like.
Yeah.
It showcased the the new suit very well, showing off the double D's.
earrings done well.
That suit looks great. I think it is
does.
like certainly the best iteration of the costume that we've gotten, and it looks like it's going to kind of like change. Is like the black
Probably.
paint is going to start getting like peeled off more and more throughout
That's one of
throughout
the
the season
things
to
Born Again
reveal
has
the
done
red
right.
underneath.
That's gonna
Like,
be
I think-
sick,
for sure.
yeah.
That's going to be awesome. I like how he used the billy clubs a lot as well in that opening sequence.
Yeah.
And he's just like he's back, like he's just unapologetically Daredevil, and I think that was
Yeah, I agree.
my biggest issue too with season 1 is we spent half our time with Matt again going through that same
just-
arc that we've seen him go through like 2 or 3 times, where he's like,
Yeah.
nope, I can't be Daredevil anymore. I'm going to be Matt Murdock all the time, blah blah blah.
I don't
And
like,
then in this episode, he doubled down on play on words, I guess, doubled down on the fact that he is Daredevil, but he does still, while he has to be in hiding as Matt Murdock, he's still going out and being Matt Murdock as
Matt
well,
Murdock.
and
Mhm.
using his actual identity to like help recruit
That was
people to the
sick.
cause and
Yeah,
things
that
like
was
that.
awesome.
Like I really did love that element to kind of see a lot has kind of shifted and changed and kind of set the course of like,
Sure.
this is how New York is right now. It's basically Matt and Karen against the world trying to,
Which is awesome.
save,
Get us more
save
vigilantes.
everybody, that's great. I think too, it may be a little off-putting to like throw them right back into a relationship here, but it was like,
I think
it
it
works.
works.
I think
I
it
think
works
that's
because you
why
don't have
the
to
break
spend
works.
time getting back to it. It just is. And they're
Well,
like, all right, cool.
That's what I'm worried about for the Punisher special. I don't want them to reset the character. From that synopsis that came out, it feels like you're going to go on a
Oh,
very
yeah.
similar arc.
Well,
He's like
yes,
retiring again.
I don't
Yeah.
want- It's like,
yes,
I'm
but
tired
also
of
I
Jared
think it's
Leto
just a
like
way
that.
to not. I think it's one of those like just to not like spoil anything.
I
It's
hope
very
not.
much
I
so
really
just a
do.
general like idea of who the Punisher is. I don't think that
Yeah.
that's saying that that's what the special is going to be
No, I
about.
hope
I think
so,
it's more so
because-
just a Punisher character
Yeah.
bio than
Yeah.
anything else. Like
Yeah,
those very nondescript like episode descriptions for Arrow
Yeah,
and
for
Flash
sure.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like forensic scientist Barry Allen tries to stop metahumans
Yeah.
while balancing his life as a CSI. Like that's not what
Aaron
the
goes for
episode
a
is
walk
about.
in the woods.
Right, exactly. It's like they just don't want to spoil anything, and I think
No,
that
I hope
that's
so.
fine. I doubt that it's gonna be like, oh yeah, kid, I'm out. I'm taking naps now. Like I don't want to, I'm not going out there on the streets. And it's like, no, Mr. Punisher, we need you. And he's like, all right, I'm guessing I'm
I hope
back.
so.
Yeah.
So my most
But-
annoying thing about Born Again is that he went on the exact same arc that he went on
Yes.
in the original
I think
film,
it
and
does work.
I don't like the character doing that.
I do think it works slightly better in Punisher's like sake because like that is such a straining mentally and physical job to go out and murder people every night. So it makes sense every few years he needs to have a break of I'm done with this life and then get put back.
Well, I mean, he kind of already was done when
He was.
Oh, yeah.
when Matt went out and found him in season 1.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he,
He
and then
was
he and then
retired.
he brought him back. Like he wasn't retired, but he was like
Like,
in less of a capacity.
Taking a break. He was
Yeah.
like in
Yeah.
limbo.
Which
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really hope that this season and possibly the Punisher special, we get flashbacks to where these characters were during the blip. Like that's the thing I'm so curious about.
I don't think we are, but I'd love it.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'd love it a
Give-
lot.
Give me one flashback scene in the episode where we see where
Well-
Matt was and he hears everyone.
Well, you know what? Actually, I take that back. Actually, because there's a lot of evidence this season we're getting flashback stuff. Like we're
Yeah,
getting
well, there is. Yes.
Foggy is coming back this season. Wesley is coming back
Wesley,
this
yep,
season.
that's his name.
So actually, you might be right. We might get a lot of flashbacks.
I hope,
Speaking
and I
of-
just want to see something like that.
Speaking of Foggy, what do you guys think about what has been said about his resurrection or lack thereof? That it would be unrealistic to bring Foggy Nelson back. Is like that they acknowledge the comics, but like that's not what they're doing on the show. Are they
could go
just
either way.
are they just rage baiting us, or is that legitimate?
I could go either way. If they bring him back, the fandom is gonna be like, "Yo, Foggy, yes, welcome back, bro."
Yeah.
But from a realistic standpoint, I hope they don't bring him back.
Interesting.
I want him back more than anything, but also like I could also respect a world where they don't want to do it, but
Mm-hmm.
he's very
Bring him back in Secret Wars.
he's very like kid flash coded for me, where it's like that death was so good and so well done, but I don't care because I just want him back. I want him.
Yeah.
And I love all the memes where it's like him as like the Winter Soldier, and
Yeah.
it's Matt as Captain America being like, "What are you doing here?"
My friend. So last week, my friend just binged all of Daredevil and all of Jessica Jones, preparing for Born Again. He had never seen Daredevil, and I watched episode 1 of Born Again with him for the first time, and he didn't know Foggy died because he had seen a part of season 2's trailer where Foggy was in the flashback scene. So he was so sure Foggy was alive. So his reaction was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I had to break the news. No, he stays dead. I'm sorry.
I think you gotta bring him back. Like the actor wants to be there, the cast wants him to be there, the writers want him to be there.
He was at the premiere.
The only reason you kill him off was because I think they had done too much around it to cut.
They wanted to keep the original story,
yes.
and in the original story, both Foggy and Karen were meant to be dead. Mm-hmm. And they just chose to do one of them, and they chose that Foggy would have a bigger pull. And also, I'm assuming
and there's like
more story for Karen.
Right. Well, and also too, there's obviously too the comic precedent for killing Foggy is like I think is like fans would be more while that's a tough death. I think fans are more willing to accept it because it is something from the comics. But it is solely a remnant of that original series and just a writing corner that they backed themselves into, and they couldn't undo it.
Yeah. I'm happy they didn't choose to kill both of them off, like keep them both.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, I think this, especially episode 1 here, just proves why Karen needs to be in the show.
Yeah, and I think I prefer them killing off Foggy than Karen because Karen would have more story with Matt that they could tell. That was that was unfinished. Well, as much as I love Foggy, they could have gone either way. You could have done a lot more story, or you could end the story right there. It would have a bigger effect.
Yeah, I think Karen has the more, especially with Kingpin actively still being active. Like I think that was one of my big takeaways in this episode, where I'm like, this girl has gone through this so many times, and like I think her finally being back, I clicked with me. Like she went through everything she had to go through with Kingpin in season 1 for him to get out of prison. For her to actively be one of the main sources, for him to go back to prison, for him to be out again. And I felt this sense of almost stakes with Kingpin this time around, and this like helplessness that I think she's feeling. Like there's the bit there where it's like, are you sure? Like we've done this before. We've been here before. There is a sense of deja vu with Karen being back on the show. Of just like she has done literally everything in her power to take this man down. And I'm kind of to a point where I'm kind of with Punisher with Kingpin. I'm kind of like, all right, man, I think we got to take this guy out.
I think we got to put him down permanently. Come on, Red.
I'm kind of with it. I'm kind of like, I don't condone murder 99% of the time, but like when you have hurt this amount of people and when you just will not give up, I'm kind of like, all right, Punisher. Matt, you don't have
here's
to do
the thing.
Okay,
let's place our bets right now. Do we think Kingpin makes it out of this season alive?
I think he goes on the run. I think he goes on the run.
I think that has to be the answer.
I don't think he's going back to prison. I don't think they're going to put him in prison a third time.
No, he can't go back to prison because they've done it too many times and they know he gets back out. Yeah. So I think
he's just simply going to go on the run, and they're just going to save it for a later day whenever they want to bring him back in whatever project.
Yeah.
And so you think that he might be like, I guess like, again, go back into the shadows, kind of be like underworld Kingpin and just kind of do his thing, pull strings.
Like maybe like the post-credit scene if you just see him like starting a new life or something.
Well, maybe they make him like, think about like the Spider-Man animated series, right? Like he was like living in the penthouse in the tower and stuff like that. Sure. So maybe you do that, and then I really hope that I want them to save him for a Spider-Man thing, or make it like
save him for when they get the rights.
Yeah, save him for then, and then make a Spider-Man, Punisher, Daredevil team up.
Exactly.
To take down. Yeah. But I think also too there's maybe an element that like maybe they want to jump the shark, maybe they want to like make Matt think he kills Punisher, or make him think that he kills Kingpin.
I could see
and
a
then
thing where
that's
Kingpin
how
makes
he
him
goes
deaf.
into
I
hiding.
could see a thing where Kingpin makes
Or
him deaf.
he allows Bullseye to kill him.
Sure.
I'd kind of prefer if he like, and I don't think this is the case based on the Spider-Man trailer, unless it's very misleading.
You've in
Right?
the background.
But like, I'd kind of like if he is still the mayor, but like he's still in the show, but he's not the villain, right? He decides to kind of like
that's the thing.
step back and be like,
The
I'm
timeline
just
of
the
the-
mayor for
The
now.
timeline of the MCU is really weird right now.
Yeah.
Like where do Thunderbolts take place in the context for this, for instance? Like
After.
Well, I would.
this
Yeah, I would.
I would assume
Wait, after this
but then I
season?
saw I would assume after the season, but I saw something saying that season 2 takes place after Thunderbolts.
Yeah. It's like It's Daredevil 1, Thunderbolts, Daredevil 2, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think.
So how much time has passed between season 1 and 2?
I want to say like
As
a
well.
year. I want to say like 6 months to a year. That's like my
Really?
guess.
I feel like that'd be too long. Like, I
You
don't
have the whole
know.
Matt and Karen thing now, and then
Do we
they've been on the run for a while.
I don't think they spoke on this on the podcast or anything, but let me.
Which actually, I haven't gotten a chance to see
It's fine.
yet.
I saw
I
something
need
about
to.
it, yeah,
I need to watch that.
But like I do want to bring up like the Punisher of it all. Have you seen Thunderbolts Taz yet? Is that
Yeah,
is that one that you-
I did
Okay,
see it.
good,
I did
good,
see
good.
it. Yeah.
I think behind the scenes there is some Fontaine action happening. I think.
Yeah.
there
Well, I
are
mean, she
big
did
things-
get name dropped this
she
episode.
got name
so.
dropped. I know it's a very popular theory right now that Mr. Charles is working for Miss Fontaine.
For Miss Fontaine, yeah. Which is
I'm
also why it have
really-
to be before Thunderbolts because she doesn't have power like as much in Thunderbolts.
I think it's
Like,
after
Thunderbolts
Thunderbolts. Like
ends,
she has
so-
more power now. Like
More
she
power now.
she owns an Avengers team, you know?
I guess, yeah, that's true.
Like, and I honestly I really like the theory going around right now. I don't think this will happen, but I know some people are like, well, maybe Bullseye's working for Miss Fontaine. What if she's putting together her
The Dark Avengers.
Avengers? Genuinely, that would be such a great Thunderbolt sequel. Is like
Would be the Dark
they
Avengers.
break away from her ownership at the end of Avengers Secret Wars or something, and then she has to put together a new team, which is the Dark
The
Avengers.
Dark Avengers.
So it's
You get
new
the-
Avengers
yeah.
versus Dark Avengers.
You get Abomination, you get Bullseye, you get Red Hulk.
That would be so
Oh, God.
sick. And then,
That would
like,
be
to make
awesome.
money.
Well, actually,
Dark
too, you know
Avengers.
who else is in? Speaking of like all the everything going on, watching Jessica Jones and stuff like that. You know who else is in the raft with all the other
Yeah,
villains? Yeah.
Yep.
It's such a
Just bring
funny
back
thing
Trish.
to do.
Bring back Trish, yeah.
Trish is in Avengers Doomsday, guys. It's gonna be crazy.
I, honest to God, don't think we're ever going to see her again.
I
But
don't think Trish.
I can hope.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, we're bringing back Jessica Jones. I think this show will bring back Luke Cage. I don't know if it'll bring back Iron Fist, but we will see.
I do.
Well, I mean, Jessica Jones already got name dropped this
They
episode
already
too.
got name dropped
They
this
did.
episode too, yes.
Yeah.
I
And
think
She's
Jessica-
actively
I think we're
working
gonna-
with them already.
Honestly, I think Luke Cage is going to be in the finale. I
Me
genuinely
too. Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah. I hope just do Luke Cage.
There's
and
a lot of
Iron
rumors
Fist.
about
Like,
Mayor
come
Luke
on.
Cage, and give me Mayor Luke Cage. That would be great.
I could see
Just-
a special presentation. Jessica and
Bring-
Luke.
Yeah.
Heroes for Hire.
Marvel need to bring back the special presentations other than just one. Like it's been
I think we
4
are.
years. Bring them back. They were such
Yeah.
a good idea. They were a better concept than the miniseries, and they have not done
Mhm.
anything with them. Other
Yeah,
than
Heroes either call it Heroes for Hire or Defenders or whatever we want to call
Mhm.
it.
I mean, I think that's season 3. I truly, and I think we talked about this last week, but I
Yeah,
truly
season
think
3 is going to be
just
Defenders is Defenders season 2.
Defenders
Yeah,
season
that's
two.
all it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Especially
I
if we're bringing
know-
back Elektra. I'm sure. Hopefully, Colleen Wing and what's
put
her
in
name?
Echo for no reason. Just put her in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, season 1 was supposed to have a Punisher and Echo
Bucky.
episode.
Wasn't Bucky meant to be in
dedicated
an
to
episode
it.
season 1 too?
That too,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
like I think John Bernthal said it, saying like like there's an Echo with me, and it was like
I
what's the
wouldn't.
episode?
I wouldn't be surprised if Echo's in this finale either. Like before
I could see that.
on the run or something. I wouldn't be surprised about that.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, no, I think we're building the stuff for season 3. I think it's almost. I do think it's like a Defenders.
As much as I love Kingpin, though, I would love to see a new villain. Like I want to see Daredevil go up against someone new.
That's the
I do
thing.
too.
'Cause I think
I do
season 3
too.
is the hand, and I'm like, okay, we've also done that
But
before.
that's it. I don't want to see the hand. I want to see someone entirely new.
I agree,
think
which is
Yeah.
why I
gonna go
love
villain.
Muse.
Yes.
Like that's why
I was gonna say, like, who else is there? Like, we've done Bullseye, we've done Kingpin, we've now done
To be fair,
and kind of wasted
Bullseye-
Muse.
Bullseye could get his own like another season separate from the Kingpin stuff. He could get a whole season.
that's true.
Yeah, but also now that what we're seeing at the end of this episode, plus all we know from the set photos and things like that, I don't think Bullseye is really gonna be a villain.
I don't know. I don't
season.
think so. I think
Like,
he might go on a little bit of a redemption arc.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be on the same side, but I think by the end they will be just as.
I don't know.
Bring
What do you,
back Kilgrave and somehow bring him back to life.
Oh God.
what do you guys think about? So I've seen this being thrown around. I don't know how serious it is or not, but remember how like Bullseye always had like a focal, like a person to like focus on, right?
Yes.
That people are now thinking like because he feels bad about killing Foggy and all this, like now it's like his job to like no, it's like to try to protect Matt maybe, or like make up for what he's done. So he's like hyper fixating on like trying to redeem himself in Daredevil's eyes. Like I don't know how, how realistic that is, but I think that that's a very interesting, interesting direction to take that. And again, dude, Bullseye is such a good character. What's the actor's name? Wilson Bethel, I believe.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's so
awesome.
good. Like I've been
Here's what I
seeing
will
clips and stuff back from season 3. Like, dude, he's so freaking.
I don't know
good,
who
man.
the casting director was for Marvel Netflix, but 9 out of 10 times
They were all fantastic. They
Yeah.
were on a roll, like an insane run of characters.
Like I can't see another.
They
actor
just
like
were
that.
absent the day
Like,
that Iron Fist was cast, but that's okay.
that's
That
the
wasn't
thing.
his
I-
fault.
No,
I want to
joking.
see.
I'm joking.
Give me a
I'm
Shang-Chi
joking.
2 with Iron Fist as the co-lead, and give me that.
I'm joking. I'm 100% willing to give him a second chance.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't hate Iron Fist as much as everybody else. I actually kind of enjoyed it.
I think season 2 of Iron Fist is very underrated. I really like season.
Yeah, season 2 was good. I liked it too.
Say what you
Season
will.
1's got problems. The same problems I had with Dexter, funny enough. But season 1's got problems.
Yeah.
Say what you will about Marvel, but I do think they do a really good job at like bringing back things that didn't work the first time around and giving
And
them a
fixing
second
it,
shot.
yeah.
So I'm really excited for the like, oh wait, we were wrong about Finn Jones this whole time. Like that's gonna be such a great feeling.
For
Yeah.
instance, have you guys seen Luke Cage season 2?
No.
Mhm.
Only season
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Okay. So Iron Fist appeared in an episode of Luke Cage season 2.
Yes.
And in that episode, I think
He's
better
really
written
good.
than his entire season.
Yes.
Those-
yes, I agree.
Those two
I
together
agree.
aren't amazing.
That is my favorite episode of Luke Cage because of how good of like a character those two are.
It
together.
was
They have
it
so
was
much good
literally a
chemistry.
Heroes for
Yeah, it was
Hire
awesome.
episode. Yeah.
I think that's such a good show. Like I literally think Jessica, Luke, Danny together in a show makes a lot of sense to me. All Heroes for Hire. I think it'd be fantastic. I think.
Yeah, if for instance, if for some reason they want to end Daredevil and just do a spin-off, just do a good show like that. Just give us a new
And bring
Avengers
and we can just put Moon Knight in there too, just for fun.
Yeah, just put in Moon Knight, put in Echo, put in a bunch of street.
He's on such a different level than the rest of them.
You've also just not
Yeah,
America.
Well, I mean,
I'd rather Kate Bishop there than Moon Knight. Although she's
Moon
probably
Knight's
already
the-
has.
Moon Knight is like Moon Knight is the only character right now I just genuinely don't know if we're ever gonna see again.
I don't give a shit. I'm so sorry.
Oh my
I
don't
don't
like Moon Knight either.
care.
I don't like Moon Knight either.
I don't. I hate him so much.
that's crazy.
I think
Okay,
Finn is the most-
I don't hate him.
Okay. Oh, how about this? Moon Knight shows up in Spider-Man 5.
No.
No.
Don't ruin my Spider-Man. Don't do that.
Oh,
to
dude.
me.
So there, one of my
No,
favorite
Daredevil.
episodes of what
Put
was it?
Daredevil in there.
Ultimate Spider-Man. What was it? Was that the Halloween episode or something where he teamed up with Moon Knight?
Oh yeah. I know.
Yeah, I really liked that.
I think I'd prefer him in like Avengers. I think he's more on like the Avengers
Well,
side.
I
of
don't know
things
why
than he
they
is-
had Marvel haven't tried to do a Midnight Suns film. Like they really
Yes. Yeah.
That-
Moon
that
Knight,
I'm
Moon
okay
Knight,
with.
Blade, Ghost Rider. Let's do it.
Like
yeah.
it felt like
Man-Thing,
Marvel was trying to set
yeah.
that up, and then the Blade film never went through. They
Mhm.
haven't done anything with Ghost Rider for some reason.
We are getting Werewolf by Night season 2. I'm sorry, like special 2. So like,
Are we?
yes, confirmed a
Oh.
couple months ago. Yeah.
Okay.
I doubt it's this year, so probably next
Oh
year.
yeah, put in Man Thing on the Dark Avengers too. Put him in.
Yeah,
He could do shit.
yeah, that'd be cool. All right, let's go through a couple of these comments and then we'll talk about final thoughts on Daredevil. Do you think Jessica Jones show? When do you think Jessica Jones shows?
I think they are promoting her so much for the series for her to be in 2 episodes.
Yeah, I don't think she shows up until at least the halfway point.
Like,
so
I think it'll be my prediction.
Somewhere between 4 and 6. Yeah,
I'm gonna say 4. I've heard from friends who have seen the season. 4, 6, and 8 are apparently incredible. Like they're apparently some of the best Daredevil we've ever had. Apparently, so I'm just throw. You know what? She shows up at the end of episode 3, leading into 4. Is my theory.
That'd be a great reason for them to do the back-to-back drop tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Exciting. Yeah. MCU now is in 2027 or 2028 timeline
I believe
wise.
It's 2027 and 2028 is going to be like I believe Doomsday is going to be 20 and Spider-Man are.
Spider-Man's 28. Yeah.
But I believe technically right now it's 27.
I need when we do Secret Wars and we reset anything, please just make it present day because I cannot keep doing the like. Wait, so 5 years in the future, but then this takes place here.
Also, it's sad that we were so close to have actually catching up with them. Like it was a 5-year gap. It's become a 1-year gap pretty much.
Yeah, they should have just not moved time. Like all the projects should have took place in 1 year, and then we could have just been.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess
by for a while too, like Falcon Winter Soldier, Shang-Chi, they all took place like 3 weeks, 6 months after Endgame. It wasn't that far after Endgame.
Yeah, well, that was the issue is because Endgame had to take place 5 years into the future, and then unless they just made movies for the next 5 years set within that gap time,
could have made a hella packed 2023.
Yeah,
yeah.
They said in the podcast it's 6 months. Okay, I think 6 months works for me. Like you have low resistance.
That's enough time. That makes sense.
And also makes sense for Karen and Matt
where they are in their relationship.
Yeah. That works for me. That works for me for sure.
Does Daredevil have like a Scarecrow type villain in the comics?
Like what? Like a fear-based villain?
Like I feel like a fear-based villain would really work for Daredevil. They wanted to do a.
I mean, that's kind of what Muse was supposed to do.
Right?
I guess.
Yeah.
But I know. I think it would be. I just can imagine the scene where he just keeps hearing Foggy's voice, through like some fear toxin type shit.
I still kind of wish season 1 just focused more on Muse. Like
I do too.
I think it would have been funny if Kingpin was there, but he wasn't the main villain. He was in the background the entire season.
That's kind of what I want.
I agree.
That's what I want. Yeah, I totally agree.
Like the whole season leads up to mayor candidacy or something, and then the final episode becomes mayor, and they're like, shit, and then the season ends.
Yeah. Well, here's my question though. Now for you guys is since we're on the topic of Muse, let's talk about the Heather stuff. Yeah, she is. Psych evaluating swordsman. Yeah. And she starts seeing Muse kind of pop up, and she's like, asking all these questions about like all the psychopathic tendencies and everything like that. And you can tell she's like really like kind of overthinking, and it's like, oh, do I think these types of things too? Sure. And now she's gonna like. Fudge some, reports and things like that. So she's going down a little bit of a darker path. Does she become Muse 2 Electric Boogaloo this season?
Yeah, I think. As silly as it might be, I think it's going to be hype as hell when it happens.
I do too. I think it's going to be like a how one of the cut endings for Return of the Jedi was Luke puts on Vader's mask and is like, now I am Darth Vader. I think that's kind of what's going to happen. Is she's going to be like, all right, now I'm Muse.
Yeah.
This is sorry. No, this is literally the scrapped plot of Scream 7. This is literally it.
Yeah.
And they don't Matthew do Lillard's here.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We didn't even talk about Matthew Lillard.
I talked about him a little bit.
Mr. Charles.
Marvel just don't do. I would love Marvel to have a Breaking Bad type character, a character you see for a while that turns good, and eventually the main villain turns up. Like we've seen Scarlet Witch, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And I would love more characters that turn into villains, but we don't get to see that arc much.
No, you see a lot of the redemption arcs, but you don't see heroes to villains.
Well, that's my whole pitch with the X-Men. Jean Grey.
Yes.
When Luke Cage ended, that is what I was hoping for a season 3 that we never got. We were getting close to a dark Luke Cage, and it's like,
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard is so good, though. I could
He's
watch him
so good.
paint a house. He's so good at everything he does.
He came to my school about a year ago, and I got to see him talk in a lecture.
Whoa, really?
A lot of
Really?
fun,
That's cool.
Oh, I love
It's a
him.
lot.
He is like, watch, if anyone's interesting, there's a good Last Meals episode with Matthew Lillard. That is just fantastic. Like, if you just want to hear him talk like philosophically about like life and how he views the world, it's such a good episode. He's such a pure human being, and like there's a bit of it where he's like, yeah, like, I've never been famous, like, people don't really know who I am. I'm like, dog, you're Shaggy, like, you cannot be doing this, like, you are. He's so humble, and
He's
He's literally Guy at Party in Scream 2. Like, come on.
He's awesome. Yeah, literally. No, when I got to see him speak at my school, he was just fun. He would just talk to the audience, answering questions and stuff. He gave a girl a hug on the way in. He's great. Which
seems like
really,
such a pure soul.
Really side slash thing. 2 years ago, Grant Gustin gave a lecture at my school, and I missed it. And ever since then, I've had it on high alerts.
Dude, what school do you go to? Central City University? Like, what the heck?
I'll say one of these
I'm enrolling right now.
It's so, I was so upset when I missed Grant Gustin. I found out the day of that he was doing a lecture, but you had to sign up like weeks in advance.
I was like,
that's crazy.
I was so upset.
Cool.
So ever since then, I ended up signing up for everything, and eventually I signed up because of that. But,
that's cool. Coolest famous, actually, on the same topic, coolest famous person that came to my school when I was in college was Josh Peck.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fun. We had
what
was her name? The girl from Cobra Kai. What's her name?
Oh.
Tori.
Oh.
What's her name?
Oh my God, I'm blanking.
Yeah, I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
She's great though, yeah.
So yeah, she's great. But yeah, she came to my school a little bit. I missed that one too, but she ended up coming to my school as well.
That's
nice.
Crazy.
No, I think the people who just run this thing in my school are good at getting people.
Sounds like it.
Like, hey, do I got a deal for you?
No, and also when I saw my school, because I went to Comic-Con last summer, and he was the only one not there in the FNAF panel. He missed it. He was filming something else. So I always felt like, oh yeah, I actually got to see him anyways. Hell yeah.
Peyton List is their name.
Peyton List, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, look, I'm really excited for more of Mr. Charles. Like, he has such a presence very instantly.
Yeah.
And again, part of that is just because it's Matthew Lillard and he's great at what he does, but also it's like he kind of like pushes Kingpin in such an interesting way. Oh yeah,
no, he's like the only one that's like actually challenging him and doesn't care. Like he's not afraid of him at all. And is he a villain? Is he the good guy? Who the heck does he work for? Actually, is my question.
I think
he's like a government agent, but does he work for damage control? Does he work for?
Yeah. I think it's Valentina.
Do we think we see Valentina this even?
I think it's.
Do we think we see?
I think we hear her. I think we hear about her.
Maybe.
I think I do.
I know she's a character, and honestly, compared to most Marvel characters, weirdly they have set her up more than most like Marvel characters in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
they've done a lot with her. Yeah,
no, you can't do Shang-Chi, but they could do Valentina.
Yeah, which it kind of paid off for me because I think like Thunderbolts was the most connected thing in the MCU. Like,
and that's because like, her character was seen before that in Black Widow, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
and it really paid off this year. Thunderbolts.
Like, I know a lot of people didn't see Thunderbolts, but I think like for the people that did, like that was the most feeling of like, oh, this is the MCU I've missed.
There was some
in
actual
a long
payoff.
Time.
Here's the thing: when it comes to Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts from last year, Fantastic Four, well, I think is probably a better movie for me. I would probably rather rewatch Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts was my favorite.
I was going to say Thunderbolts was better than Fantastic Four. I have my own issues with Fantastic Four. Actually, we don't have to get into that right now.
It's a much more depressing movie than I expected.
I love Thunderbolts so much. I think it's in my top 10.
Thunderbolts is one of the best post Endgame movies.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's like you got that, you got No Way Home, you got Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I see Taz putting back his fighting on No Way Home, but
hey, No Way Home is phenomenal.
I agree. Anything else I want to talk about? Again, it was a very straightforward episode. It wasn't like a big deep dive. I assume we'll have more to say next week, and then after that,
we're gonna have
then it's gonna be But I mean, I guess we kind of touched on this briefly, but just like the final scene.
The final scene got me so hype.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of a nitpick that bothered me just a little bit, and I understand the whole point is like he was like distracted and things happen and you're not always on your game, but it did bother me a little bit how easily they got the mask off Matt.
No, well, here's the thing. Here's the connection that I made there is because he heard Sherry's heartbeat like kind of fading, and it reminded him of Foggy.
No, I get that.
And he just froze, and that's why. Like he literally just froze because he's like, "Oh no, not again! I can't lose another friend." Is what happened.
I've had a problem in pretty much every superhero movie and superhero TV show of character identity being revealed too easily. It's always a problem for me.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Highs from him is my issue. Like this is the same Matt that took on like 1,000 soldiers at once.
Yes, but I mean, it was
Foggy.
I get why.
It was plot related, and also too, you also had to have them all find out. So then Bullseye had to clean them up. Here's my question, right? Why did Bullseye write a note on a knife for a blind man?
I
mean, it is engraved, so yes.
I think he just had like 5 in his pocket, and he forgot who he was like saving, and just like, let me just do my usual.
Yeah. He knows how. Wait, does he know who Matt is? He does, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does. He found out season 3, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But I just thought
great
that was
episode.
Funny.
I'm excited for that
hilarious.
stuff though. Like I'm excited to see those two.
It's gonna be so fun seeing them team up. Yeah. I'm so
excited for this show.
I think actually too, if they interact, I think it's gonna be some fun interactions between Bullseye and Karen as well.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna go off on him for Foggy.
I didn't touch on this, but I do really hope that Karen appears in the Punisher special in some way or form.
I would. Yeah, that'd be nice.
I would love for that.
I hope so, but I think she's so deeply now rooted in the Daredevil stuff.
We also don't know where.
I don't think she has.
Like, where's the special taking place? Did it take place during?
No, it takes place right after. It's right after because it's literally episode 9.
Episode 9.
Yeah.
I do kind of want them to just kind of commit to the Daredevil Karen thing now. Like, I don't want another. Elektra's back and they're flirting, or Punisher's back. Like, just commit to it now. Like, there's been
as much as I love Elektra, it's like I'm fine with them not bringing her back right now.
I even prefer Karen and Frank, I think, and I kind of prefer Elektra and Matt. But like, I don't want too much more flip flopping. Like you. Like
the thing that annoys me is throughout the entirety of Daredevil is Karen and Matt's on and off like thing.
It was a bit awkward.
It was. I never loved it.
But I will say, like, I think that's actually maybe the highlight of this episode for me is to see Karen and Daredevil actively working together, because we've never seen that, right?
No.
She took 11 years.
Yeah, like she didn't know for the first 2 seasons, and then she finds out in Defenders, and by season 3, he's full on Daredevil, and they're not working together. Yeah. So it's really cool to see them like actively on the same team, knowing everything together.
And also training together is pretty cool too. Like,
awesome.
Okay, so do you think is Karen gonna be a comic hero? Are they gonna create a character persona for her?
I'd prefer if they didn't, to be honest.
I prefer if she just kind of always becomes like backup. Like, I don't want her to be like a fighting force.
I don't think she's going out in the streets as like, all right, I'm going to kick these guys' ass. But I do think it's really important for her to know how to defend herself in this line of work, right? I think she's going undercover. She's going to save people from these certain situations. She needs to know how to throw a punch. She needs to know how to get away from a situation if she needs to.
Have you seen the Elektra Daredevil suit? Like, what if they do that for Karen? I don't know. That'd be maybe a little too much. A little too much.
That would be kind of fun. Wasn't there like an Arrow episode or whatever where like Diggle had to put on the costume and like save Oliver from a thing?
Oh, a couple times.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
like
there's the alternate timeline thing from like that.
Sure. I like I'm talking like season 3 kind of Arrow where like he had a mission or whatever. Like that could be cool to like she's like tricking people or whatever that like something. I don't know. Like that could be a fun episode to have her in the suit or something.
There's a lot of. Here's the problem. There's only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
There are only 8 episodes. You can't. It's harder to do that. It's like I miss my 13 episodes. Just give me my 13 episodes.
Yeah.
I do too.
I am happy that's one of Marvel's longer shows, but
okay.
she was dead for a while in the comics. Guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think we could eventually maybe get back to the longer episodes. Not now. I think we're just now getting showrunners back for these shows, and I think
Also,
I mean,
Marvel's
give them
doing-
their props
Marvel's doing
for what
ongoing
we've got.
shows is great.
yeah.
And yearly release. Again, I know we keep talking about this, but yearly
It's
releases
such a
is
big
crazy.
deal.
I can listen. I will settle for 8-hour-long episodes.
If it's once a year.
15-minute episodes once a year, I will take it. That is
Well, because
so
we
much
didn't
better
even
than
get
what
that
we
with
did.
the original series. Obviously, is we didn't get
Well,
didn't
the
get
season 1 and 2
weekly.
of Daredevil was
It wasn't weekly though.
wasn't weekly.
It was like
no.
a binge drop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I will always prefer with image dropping, but
Yeah.
I probably the one benefit of the show is that we get to talk about it weekly. That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, what I find
Yeah.
fascinating about Daredevil Born Again, if it's I believe the only live action any superhero show to get a revival, which is so fascinating. Like, I think the only other show I can think of is, the reason I phrase live action, if the only other show I could think of that got a revival was Young Justice.
Yeah, Young Justice,
Yes.
X-Men.
And I mean, I
yeah.
guess could you technically put Lucifer in there, but it wasn't really off the
It wasn't
air
a
for very
revival.
long.
No.
No, it just got
That's-
got more saved than anything.
And
For
I,
now,
I,
I think
I kind of would love for more superhero shows to get revivals. Like I hope Daredevil Born Again is a little sign that we might be getting that in the future.
Hmm.
yeah.
I still think the most likely show to come back. I think we're gonna get more Arrow in the next 10 years. Certainly, I think Stephen Amell has another 1 or 2 flop shows. He's gonna come back.
Sorry,
He's gonna talk. He's gonna have a meeting. Like,
Oh.
I'm sorry. Like, that sounds so bad to say. Sorry, Stephen Amell, but you and I both know this is true, right? Like, if whatever this is, Baywatch doesn't work out,
Baywatch.
you're gonna call up James Gunn and just be like, "Yo, bro, you
My
got
hope
a
is
place for me."
Give me a Defender style show for Arrowverse and you got me.
Taz, he's already done that. He begged James Gunn when this shit was first
Yes.
announced.
Yes. Well, I mean, he talked about it in his when was that on Rosenbaum's podcast that he wanted to do
Yeah.
an
He
Arrow
ended
revival during
Make him-
COVID. Yeah.
This
At the
thing
very
is
least,
not on James.
Make him a
No.
No, it's not. Man, but you can make him Oliver Queen's dad. Just keep
This
doing that
is him coming back to Arrow is not a Steven decision. If it was up to him, he would have done this shit 5 years ago.
Nah,
He
dude.
wants it back.
Here's what we need. But here's what we need is basically a DC special presentation where it's like the Trinity. It's just it's Green Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl.
Yeah.
Back together again.
all
I don't care. I don't need anything else. I love the rest of the
Well,
Arrowverse. I just
the
need
main
the 3 of them
one of the main
back
reasons I
together.
want the DCU to thrive is so we can get enough budget and money to be able to do projects like that.
Yeah. It's just bring them all back. Maybe it's just the 3 of them for the first outing, and then you bring your Black Lightning and your Batwoman and all that
James
stuff,
Gunn
and
is
some of the
all
legends
for-
back.
He is all for Elseworlds.
He is.
Prove it.
I mean,
Yes.
Prove it.
Firefly was just announced for an animated series revival after 25 years.
Yeah.
So
You know?
I could see something like that in
Yeah.
the future. Actually, that's
Just-
probably the most likely out of everything. I don't see a live action.
I do also
No,
think
I would
I'm sure Supernatural will come back in some degree at some
Some way or
point
form,
too.
yeah. I would
I think that's
love
close.
for
Yeah.
people shit so much on the CW that they really mean CW 2020 to 2024.
Well, here's another thing: is we're about to change ownerships. Sony is weird. Sony will do whatever. I'm sorry, not Sony. Paramount. Paramount.
Yes.
They will do whatever the fuck they want. They might just be like, Arrowverse, sure, give them 20 spin-offs. We don't care. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like they.
No, but they're getting on my nerves though. So they canceled Dexter
Oh, I
Original
hate
Sin, they canceled the Ninja Turtle thing, and they just canceled the new Star Trek show.
Oh,
They're getting on my nerves.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like Paramount at all. I think they're.
No, for my Star Trek
And they
fandom,
canceled Halo. Come on.
They did. Yeah, they canceled Halo.
I have a whole rabbit trail I could go down how much I hate Paramount and how they're handling
so
things currently and how
This is-
bad that deal is. But
This is the first
Yeah.
time since 2015 where there's not an active Star Trek project in development. There are 3 seasons fully filmed, and there's nothing new. Those were the final seasons for those shows.
yeah, I
And
think
it's pissing me off.
we're going to be moving on after this, but I think they're going to try one more time with Star Trek. I think they're going to reboot the movie again. If that does not work, I low-key think Star Trek is done for a while.
Oh I wasn't a big. I was a casual Star Trek fan when they were in their Laugh-Like phase.
I haven't seen.
But I started being a big Star Trek fan around the time the new show came out, and so I've never had a time where I just Star Trek didn't air, and I'm like, I like my Star Trek.
Alrighty, I think we are going to transition out from Daredevil into our second show.
Sure.
Second show that I like to call.
We're back.
That didn't sit right with me, actually. I think the show we're actually talking about is.
Yeah.
Had to play it twice.
Well,
The show
especially
played
for
it
the
twice,
for the
I got
original suit
to.
coming back.
Yeah. I was like,
go.
oh, they played it twice. I am absolutely playing it twice. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Invincible episode
Invincible.
4? Is it 4?
Yeah,
Oh,
4.
halfway through the season.
That's
That's stupid.
That's yeah.
That's stupid. I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
It's somehow going to have like gift of many weeks if your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man did.
Yeah.
One
What
more.
now?
They have one
One more,
extra
one
week.
more, and
Yeah,
one more.
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what I'll say? If they were going to merge any episode, it probably should have been this one. Like, this should have been the one they merged with something else.
I have a lot of thoughts.
No. I disagree with that, but yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on just like the big debate whether or not, like, number one, is this episode necessary? Is it a filler episode? Is it a good or a bad episode?
Is
Okay,
it a backdoor pilot?
Nah.
While I think it's filler,
Nah.
I did enjoy it. I've got a lot of issues with the episode, though. Well, first of all, it's the lowest rated episode of Invincible, so there's that.
Yeah.
There's that.
I didn't hate it. I'm not going online and being like, okay, was this my least favorite episode of the show?
Probably from
Yes, it was.
Like,
Yeah.
I think I give
Was
it
it bad?
I think
No.
I think I give it a 7 out of 10, which for Invincible is very low.
It's okay. Like, I think it's an okay episode. I enjoyed a lot of the elements of it. I think it's a fun.
I think
You
the
know,
opening
thing.
scene might be my favorite opening scene from an Invincible episode this season. Or no, second favorite opening scene with
Yeah.
Mark just talking to Art. I love that scene.
Yeah.
That scene's fantastic. And
Yeah.
you know what? I do think it's a little telling that all my favorite scenes from the episode are the not
story. Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah, it's all
But-
the
but-
like
I
regular
think the last
shit.
5 minutes.
Here's the
are
thing.
incredible.
What makes those elements great is because of the journey that Mark went on in this episode. So I'm not going to sit here and like, yes, I'm not going to sit here and say that this was like the best episode ever.
Yeah.
I certainly felt very much
I
so
enjoyed
like, oh,
elements
that
of
was it. When I watched the episode, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that just didn't really feel great to me. But then I let it sit for a little bit, and I was like, okay, no, I see the vision here. Number one,
I do too.
this is a story that Robert Kirkman wanted to tell.
Wanted to
He
tell the whole
created
time.
Invincible. I got to trust him on that one.
He wrote the
So
episode.
he wanted to tell this story. It was a story not from the comics, so this is the first time that they've done a storyline not directly ripped from the comics in the show. But there were elements of comic stuff in here. You know, Mark, obviously, getting back to the point where he feels comfortable putting on the old blue and yellow suit again. You've got, obviously, the tease at the end for the Viltrumite War and everything going on with Eve's pregnancy and things like that. So, like, you've got your surrounding elements there. But then you've got this, more self-contained story where you bring back Damien Darkblood and all the, the hell stuff and, Satan played by Bruce Campbell, which I think is
That was
great.
awesome.
That was fun.
That was awesome.
But you could certainly tell like they went very low budget on this episode. Like they used their tricks to like they didn't show the big fight scene and things like that. I did think, there were a couple like funny jokes, maybe things that, like went on
My
a little
bigger
too
problem-
long.
There were
Yeah.
I
My
did like
bigger
the
problem-
not bottomless pit. I think that was
fun.
kind of funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
My bigger problem with this episode is it was clearly a test episode to see if they could add more, and I feel like it's going to go the negative way.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're gonna take
they're
from
just
this and
not
be
gonna
like,
add
"Oh,
more.
we're not gonna do any more original stories," which I
Which-
don't want them to do. I
Yeah.
think that's the wrong message to
Yeah,
take
I
from
feel
this.
like if anything, this knocks the chance of a spinoff.
I just don't think that this was maybe the right episode to try that with, because I think Damien Darkblood as a character, as like a detective, as an investigator in season 1 was great because we needed that element because we had that mystery there. This just feels like, oh, Mark is going on a side quest to help a random side character fight a villain that he can defeat in 2 seconds. But we do get a lot of like some background and some lore dumps and things like that. And now Damien is back in, back on, top side, back on the upper realm or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
So like he's back. He's now a character that was out of play that is now back in play. So I think that will be an interesting element and everything. Again, I didn't love all of the characters and stuff in this. I think
it's sad because I think the story was the worst part of the episode.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't super interesting. Like I think it was
the only episode of Invincible that I could think of where I was looking at the time to see how much time.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, it was again good world building, but just not the best episode of the show. And not to say it's a bad episode,
No.
but it's one of those that it's just like you're gonna kind of dread. You're gonna kind of dread on a rewatch. It's just gonna be like, oh, like there's not really much here.
If it was part of the comics, it would be easily one of my least favorite parts of the comics.
Yeah, basically on a rewatch, you'll watch that opening scene and then watch the end.
Watch the last like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Watch the Eve and William scene, and then watch the final scene.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
It's very like Stranger Things coded, and I felt the same thing about the Stranger Things backdoor pilot, where that's not a bad episode of Stranger Things. It's just not on the level of Stranger Things. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like it was an okay episode, and I did that. I don't know. I know you disagree, Taz, but like I got the vibe that they were like, maybe we can see if people like this character. Like he is a character that. Clancy Brown is a big character. I love the concept of like a detective demon. That's
he played 2 characters in this episode.
Actually, that's just Lucifer, I guess. Now that I think about it. But still, like I think his style works as like maybe his whole kind of thing. And I think like at the end, like when he puts the hat back on, I'm like, oh yeah, I do like it. But that wasn't really the same.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's basically like, what if Constantine was actually a demon? That's all he is.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I wanted more of that stuff. I kind of wish it was him and Mark solving like a mystery.
I do too. I think that would have been a much better plot line for the episode. I do think it was kind of lazy that it's just like, all right, Mark, there's a problem that we would like you to punch.
We needed help.
It just like we just needed a Viltrumite to go in this bottomless pit, pick up a crown.
I think it would have been a funnier episode if they had actually just gone to Omni-Man, like, and just out of where he was and just taken him out of the way.
Yeah, but you needed it though. You needed Mark to go on this journey, in the context of the show, right? Is we needed this episode to happen so that Mark had somebody like a neutral outside source to talk to and just be like, hey, this is what's going on. He needed to go on this journey, help people realize he is doing the right thing, realize he's not his father, and be like, okay, I feel comfortable with putting back on the suit. You got the nice little fly around. He's happy again. He's back in the proper suit. Like, right. And it's just like, and again, that, the sit down with Eve at the end is like, I'm not okay, but I think I'm on the way to being okay, which again, it makes the episode worth it. Like, again, it's not the best episode ever. It's not the greatest story ever, not the best fight scenes or anything, but I think, to get from point A to point B, it was great, but also too, I am somewhat disappointed with the fact that we just kind of wasted an episode. Because all of these elements here, you could have had the opening scene with Art, and then you could have done something completely different
full creative
you could have done anything to get Mark to that point of his realization at the end of the episode. Like I think honestly, in some ways, maybe it would have been better if he fought the mummy character the whole episode.
I would have preferred that.
I think that might have been better. Like you even bring in Damien Darkblood, right? Like so maybe he gets sent back up to Earth to investigate this character that
Yeah,
then
that
now
would've
Mark
been
has
sick.
just fought. The Mummy's on the run, but obviously they want to just continue this kind of running joke of
I
like,
don't like
is
that
this
bit.
story ever gonna like?
It's not funny.
It's
to me.
it's
I'm
stupid.
sorry.
Yeah, like it's
not
very
funny.
drawn out. I think that
It's
is
very
also
drawn out.
like one of my least favorite
I
elements of
also
the show.
just don't think we're gonna see the character again until next season. So
It's
No, we're not. It's literally just like a one scene per season little
I don't
bit
like
at
it.
this point.
Yeah.
I know,
I
and
don't
then
like
and then watch season 5. It's gonna be him going back into his tomb, and they're gonna be like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's gonna have some sort of like silly resolution too. Again, it's gonna be one of those characters that Mark can punch like once.
No, just
and be
somehow
done.
the final
They're-
big boss battle revolves around him.
They're wasting Chloe Bennett. They got they
Yeah.
got
That
such
is
a
Chloe
great actress in the
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
I forgot that was her when I watched that.
Yeah.
No, but like I agree with basically what you guys are saying, and I think
No.
I even kind of wish the moment was a bit stronger when he realizes, because I did feel like there was a little bit of a jump to like
A little bit.
how he was feeling to like woo, like I kind of wanted a little bit more of a nicer transition. Like I felt Mark getting there, and I know he
Yes.
needed like a one-off journey where he can kind of be himself and to get back to normal, something a little bit more fun, if you will, despite all of that.
Mhm.
But also like I agree, like the Mark and Art scene was probably one of the best episodes or like moments of the season so far. That was
It
incredible.
Really is. Like when people, I've seen the reviews before the episode, and I watched that scene. I was like, "What are people talking about? This is great."
It's such a fantastic scene.
Well, now I'm trying to have to think back to the comics. Like, what did they do instead
Yeah,
of
I
this? Like,
genuinely can't remember.
but also
why
too,
they
the
get
comics
this
do just
show.
move quick. So maybe it literally was just
Yeah.
like Art. All right, I'm gonna put the suit back on,
Could have been.
and then Nolan
I can't
and
remember for the
Alan
life
show
of
up.
me.
Like
Yeah,
maybe they just jump to it.
Maybe.
Like, and maybe he doesn't like have that realization yet. Like maybe that's something that comes a little bit later, and they realize like, oh, maybe
Yeah.
we want that blue, leaving the blue suit behind to be, a little bit more symbolic. Which also, too, if you do know the comics, that suit will return one day.
It will, yes.
Yeah, I was kind of looking
So-
forward to like his dad seeing him in the blue suit though. Like,
I do too. I wish that suit had lasted longer.
Yeah.
Also, too, okay, speaking of blue suits, did you guys see the controversy, so to speak, on Twitter this week?
I saw something about it. I didn't know.
Yeah,
what they
Okay.
were
I'm
talking
sorry.
about. I just see what
Okay,
they're
okay,
doing.
okay, okay. Here, okay. Let me do this. Here's the story. Here's a slight story.
Here's
So
a new story.
somebody makes a post on Twitter, basically saying, "Okay, was this intentional? Mark's blue suit, if you invert the colors, is
Yes,
white
yes.
and red, and it matches the Omni-Man suit."
It does.
Ryan Otley, one of the artists for the Invincible comics, replies and says, "Of course not." And then his next response to it is, "Read Invincible. That's the proof. Omni-Man's colors are red and blue. Makes no sense. We'd know it, and it would be changed to white for the show. So that's what we did. Or inverting the colors before. Blah blah blah. Nonsensical." Anyway, what he's saying is that the Omni-Man suit in the comics is actually
Red and blue. Like this
red and
white
blue,
shade of
not
blue.
like white.
This is
so
such
let
a
me-
like pink dress 20.
It really
like,
It is, it is.
2009 controversy. Like, do you see red and blue or red? and
Literally,
white?
first thing I look up, if I look up Omni-Man comic, and then it just suit color. So let me find like a decent. Okay, that's actually a good. Open the image. It's a good good look at that suit. So let's do that.
Mhm. Also, so I just looked it up. The reason he does go back to the suit in the comics is pretty much they do just skip to it.
So like, here's the thing. It looks white.
It does look white.
It does, but like it's like a dark shade of white.
It looks like a white that's supposed to be blue. Like I do
Like
see
an off
blue.
But then
white.
if you
Yeah, it's
look
like
up, there's one shot of Omni-Man I've seen all over Twitter.
It
recently.
looks.
yeah.
It looks like a blue suit that that's been faded over time. Like he's been wearing it for 100 years, and it used to be blue, but now it looks more white. Like that's the vibe I get.
Yeah, it's so weird, but obviously again, they changed it for the actual show itself,
It looks
Shows
better.
very white.
Yeah.
which I think the white looks better.
Mhm.
It does. I agree.
But like I guess like you look at it doesn't like when you think blue on a suit, you think of like the Invincible blue, not not that like very like light shade. And here's just like another
Yeah.
comic panel. is so again, like,
Yeah, I
guess,
see it. I see
I
it.
like,
see
yeah,
it, but like,
this is crazy. This is like the craziest Mandela effect ever. And also, too, I can't find it right now, but there was a post that somebody found on Reddit from like when Invincible first came out. Is somebody was like, does anybody else think it's weird that they changed Omni-Man's suit from red and blue to red and white?
Red and white, yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
So funny.
Which I do find it funny, since they created the comic, they can create a Mandela effect. Right? They could have been like, "Let's just have fun with people. Let's just pretend it's always been red and
That's
white."
crazy, though.
Yeah.
But I wonder why they did that. Like, would it have not? Probably it just didn't contrast as well, like against the sky and things like that. Like it just probably didn't look as good. So they're like, all right, screw it. We'll just do white.
I mean, and you know, some characters done that in the past. A very similar thing with Hulk and all that, but.
Yeah, or like the what is it? The Spider-Man controversy of like, is it red and black or red and blue?
Red and blue, yeah.
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 So
yeah.
Anyway, that's your Invincible news roundup.
News
for the
story
week.
of the week.
Yeah, the Invincible controversy.
Yeah. So I googled like because I was curious why he switched his suit. And in the comics, pretty much after he kills the guy in episode 1. You pretty much have a moment of realization and switch with the suit.
Oh, okay. Huh. That's I actually kind of like.
I kind of like that more.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of like that better. And then you just kind of cut out the middleman, and then you have more time to tell stories in this season.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Weird.
Like he kills the guy and then goes on a little side tangent, talks to Art, and then he's realizing he wants to be back to his old self.
Yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't fully like connect for me. Like I understand what they were doing with the dark blood stuff, but it doesn't. It feels like there's a jump between.
Well, too, it also felt weird that he still wore the black and blue suit during
the mission when he gave it away. Yeah.
When he had. Well, no, but he didn't take it because remember at the end, then he swoops in and takes the suit and then goes on and flies around.
I'm thinking. I think season 3 could have been used as an episode for him to realize that he needs the original suit back.
In episode 3, yeah. They could have literally just tagged. He could have just tacked it on to the end of 3. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it would have worked just well, I think.
All of this right here, the last like the opening few minutes and the closing few minutes, you could have just made episode 3 a little bit longer, and then we jump right into things here with episode 4. But obviously
then
next week I don't know.
Bad.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the trailer yet?
I did.
For episode 5. Yeah, this is where the fun begins. Where this is
full
on Viltrumite war
for like 3 years now to see in
everything we've been waiting for in the show is happening.
Yeah, Conquest rematch. Nolan and Oliver, the Nolan and Debbie reunion.
Also, all of this with like apparently peak Daredevil and peak Boys, like all area ones.
Dude, I'm actually here's the interaction that I'm oddly enough the most interested to see is Nolan and Paul.
Does he survive post?
He'll be fine. Paul will be fine.
The first scene where he sees Paul just punch him in the face, like all dead on the spot before he can say a word.
No, I think he's just gonna be like,
"Don't touch my."
Who's
pet.
This guy?
No, just tell him to hide. Just tell him to hide in the closet. Like, and then he opened the closet. He's like, "Hi."
Thanks for watching my pet while I was gone. You're dismissed.
I do think they might beef. Like, I'm really excited to see Nolan like want to kick the shit out of Paul, but knowing he has no right. to do so.
I think it's gonna be the absolute opposite. I think he's gonna feel absolutely no like animosity towards him and have like not feel threatened whatsoever. Ooh. It's just be like, I'm back. Like, you're out. Then, I'm back in. Like, he's just. I think he's just gonna feel like that.
I could see Paul maybe ruining it for himself though, because
I can see Paul talking.
I think he's gonna be the one that's gonna be jealous.
He's gonna, which I understandable. Like, how do you live up to a man that can fly and the strongest man in the world? It can lift. He can crack the world open with his eyes.
Just gives Paul superpowers.
Yeah, like there is going to be this like self-consciousness that you would feel having him come back into the picture, and I could see him doubling down and trying to overcompensate and maybe be a bit of a dick to Debbie, and I feel like he might ruin this for himself.
I think he might.
Yeah.
I'm most excited to see a reunion between Debbie and Nolan. Like that reunion's gonna be so good.
Yes,
And
I'm very excited for that too.
I do know that thing from the comics. I know I don't want to say it for people who don't, but do they stick to that thing they do with those two, or do they? I kind of hope they don't, because I think Debbie deserves better than that. But
so many things in the comics that, much I would love them to change.
Yeah,
but we will see.
But here's the thing, though. We've now already seen something that they've changed from the comics. Do we really want them to continue changing things?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I think I do think certain things are dated, like the whole like the Mark and Anissa thing that happens in the comics. Like that is a dated storyline that does not need to happen in the show. They can find a way around it to get to the point of that, but do it in a different way. There's a lot of things here too with the Eve pregnancy that I think are very dated to the time in which the comics came out, that I do hope for the sake of the show that they adjust and structure to better fit the times that it's coming out in.
No, for instance, I'm very happy they changed the talk that Invincible have with Adam Eve's dad.
Yes, yeah, and I think so. If that is a tell with where they're going to kind of change some of these like weird elements, I think we're in a good. I think it's a good
sign. Yes, because that turned into an incredible scene. I think.
Yeah.
Speaking of weird elements, the one thing that we didn't talk about. What do you guys think about the new William voice actor?
I was about to bring it up.
It was very, to me, it was off-putting because I was like, this is a completely different person. And he's got a completely different personality.
He's not even doing a bad job. It's just more of like...
It's a different guy.
It's just a different character. Yeah, he's just different.
In all fairness, here on in the comics, we see William a lot less.
Which
I barely...
I do like the memes, though, of, where's William? William?
Not to get, like, woke about it, but I do think it's a little weird, where it's just, like, it kind of just felt like they found a random, like... stereotypical gay voice to fit into William. You know what I mean?
Yes, like, it was like somebody trying too hard.
It was like,
it's like they wanted someone to sound gayer in a way.
It's like, this guy sounds gay, just give it to William. And I think William works because, like, is William like stereotypically gay? Yes, but I think he's grounded enough.
It was like he had the right. He had the right amount. Like it's like they just like turned it up to 11 when he was normally like a 7 or an 8. You know.
It's like in the Jamaica Side episode, he went through some hella character development in between seasons 3 and 4.
I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of it, and like I love William. I think William.
Yeah, I do too.
Character. I
went back and watched some of the earlier seasons. I was like, oh yeah, William's like he's the man.
Great.
But I also know from reading that like he barely in the show.
No, he's just not.
But they could also, I think, change that a little bit if they want to.
They could, and I don't think I would mind them. They could put him in the more background scenes. Like I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, but I think that unfortunately, like as the show progresses to becoming a lot more cosmic, he's just one of those casualties of like Mark's Earth life just like slowly fades into the background.
Same with Amber. I'm really
well. There was an Amber thing that they cut. It seems like as well. Yes, because this would have already happened by the time now he's back in the yellow suit. So they completely scrapped that.
I was really curious to see Amber's thoughts on this whole situation because I do think that.
Well, do you know, Darren? Do you know the story? Do you want us to tell you what it was? Because obviously they're not doing it.
They're not going to do it.
If they're not doing it, I don't care. If we've moved past it, then you can.
Okay.
I believe we have.
Yeah. Yeah, again, it would have happened now that he's back in the blue and yellow. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wasn't a fan of Amber. I'm not Amber. The whole
good old Amber.
I actually do like Amber actually. But yeah, I do think the Eve being pregnant stuff. That stuff is really interesting to me. I did like that scene though. Like I didn't like the William of it all, but like. That was a great scene for her. I thought it was a great, like, I want this, but I'm clearly not ready for this. And that's going to be interesting. I'm wondering how we handle it. You guys may even know this already, but, like, I'm curious to see when the reveal happens. I have a feeling it's either going to be Omni-Man or Alan somehow. I think Alan would kind of be funny. I think
Alan would be, yeah. He's like the one that he would know. Yeah, he would just know and blurt it out and just be like,
Wait, what?
Ooh, sorry, Earth Customs shouldn't have done that.
And like I looked it up, I was like, do they have X-ray vision? Because like that was something I was thinking of, just like,
Yeah.
No, that's one of
maybe
yeah.
Nolan
They don't
knows, and
have that.
he doesn't.
No.
No, I was like,
No
okay.
X-ray vision, no laser vision, no cold breath.
I'm so excited to get to the Viltruman War because that is, I think, my second or third favorite arc from the Invincible comic. And I'm so
I'm excited for the I'm excited for the Conquest rematch. It's actually a lot
rematch
shorter
really
than
fun.
most people think it is.
Oh, it's very short.
It's very brief. Which again, a lot like we touched on this last week. A lot of these like big things that people think about when they think the Invincible comics are in a lot of ways a lot smaller.
I know. Like,
yeah.
People were thinking the Invincible War was like a big thing, and it's really not.
No, it's like a couple splash pages,
Like
and that's it.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my favorite arc is coming up. Like it's in a few. It should be a season or two. And I'm really looking forward to a couple of the arcs that they're about to do.
Yeah. I'm also really looking forward to like, and again, I don't know if we're diving into it next week. Maybe it's a future thing, but like Nolan finding out that Mark will be a dad, or maybe will be a dad. I don't know which way they're going with it, but like I think there's
The cliffhanger of episode 7.
I think it's going to be really interesting, the parallels that we can tell of like, oh, now my son is going to have a kid, and like, I think there's a cool story of legacy they could tell here, and he's going to now have to look back on how he handled his parenting and probably not the best ways and stuff like that. Now, how does Mark handle potentially being a superhero father? There's some really cool things that we can start bringing.
How old is Mark at this point in the show? Is he 19, 20?
20?
Yeah, I mean, well, they just graduated high school. They just graduated high school last season,
19?
right?
So probably 9.
Yeah,
18,
like I
19?
think at the oldest 19. Yeah.
19, okay. So he'll have his kid by 20.
Young, like it's not.
Yeah.
No, it is young. But also, I have a friend. Like I'm 20, and I have a friend who's 21 who just became a dad. I kind of get that. Like,
I'm trying to look it up. I mean, so he was.
But also
17
too
in
depends
season
on
1.
like how much time passed as well. Well, not much time. Like literally no time passed between last season and this season. So.
Oh, that's comic stuff. I don't want to see that.
Yeah. Don't accidentally spoil. Yeah, Darren, don't accidentally. This has happened before. Stop looking at things.
Yeah.
Don't accidentally spoil stuff for yourself. Yeah.
This happened a lot.
Yeah,
With
don't do this.
I need to buy the compendiums because, like, I read the whole comic online, and I really want to buy the compendiums.
Yeah, I would love to have the physical versions of them as well.
Yeah, because I've cause my dad was a comic book collector, and I kind of like took his collection and like kind of making my own of stuff. So I'm trying to work on that.
Not in the way
Not
that
in
it
the
happened
same
in the
way.
comics.
No.
No. I think
If they do that, I would genuinely be so shocked.
No way. There's no way now.
There's no way.
Which is also why I think they're gonna dance around that element too. In say when we get to Batman: Brave and the Bold with the whole Talia al Ghul Bruce Wayne thing, I think they're gonna dance around that too, because that in the comics is a little funky.
That can happen off screen, right? They don't have
Yes.
to. They're not going to actually.
Oh yeah, no, not show it. Yeah, no, and I don't think
Yeah.
that this is. Yeah, if this happens, it will be implied and not shown. But again, I think it'll be more like a taking of DNA.
That's what I'm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sure,
I mean, that's
sure.
yeah. That's the nicest way to put it.
Yeah.
I think it's like I got a strand of your hair when we fought.
Yeah,
and
or
now
like,
I
I
cloned
saved
you.
some of your blood.
Sure.
Yeah. I think it'll be that.
It'll be
I
more
need
like
more,
a clone than a
yes.
Yeah, which I think
it's a storyline. We're gonna see. They're changing a good amount. They're changing the right things right now, which is what I like.
Yes.
Yeah.
We gotta see. I still want more Invincible spinoff because the only thing that technically we've had is the Adam Eve thing.
Yeah.
Which is technically.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think honestly, I think we could get like a what do you call it? Like a
anthology.
Like a Rex thing. I think that'd be. Really
I thought I was so sure we were gonna get a Rex thing after season 3, and just haven't happened.
Yeah. But also too, depending on what they do with Robot and Monster Girl, that could be its own special as well.
Yeah. They also Yeah. Also,
But it just depends on how they loop that into the rest of this
The
season.
main story.
what's also with them recasting voice actor? Could they also recast Robot this season?
Well, they didn't recast him. They just
Or they didn't recast him, they
used
just
the same
used the same
voice
guy.
actor that does
Yeah.
the Rudy voice.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
fine
what-
with that one.
Yeah, I'm
to be
fine with it
honest
too.
with
I'm
you.
just curious.
I think
wonder
that might
what
just be
happened with-
that might just be a budgetary thing because
Yeah.
Maybe.
or just like
Zachary
a saving.
Quinto was-
Well, also too, think about it. Maybe that's the only time you're going to hear him in the robot suit the whole time.
Could be.
This whole season, you know,
Could be and be
is
like,
maybe
"Ah,
it's
we
like
don't need
it's not
Zachary
worth
Quinto
it.
for this."
Yeah, it's not worth it. Or two, maybe to show like he's aging as
Yeah.
the younger
Yeah. If
Rex,
this
so
if,
like he
if
just
also yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah.
or
I
two
don't know.
more maybe more to show his like his human side, right? Is because he used that robot voice a lot as robot, and now he's
yeah.
Rex. So maybe he's trying to be himself more. So maybe that is like a story reason for it.
We've
but-
got an interesting story coming for him that I don't know if we're actually going to finish this even.
No. Well, I don't want them to finish it this season. I want this to be something that they go to episode over episode over episode. Like I want
will
like
we
a
not
few scenes.
I could see if also just not seeing this character until the finale and it's like a cliffhanger thing.
Yes, yeah, and again, maybe they leave that story for a special, or they leave it for the next season, that sort of thing. Yeah, I agree.
That's the thing.
So
I
it's
think
either gonna
Invincible should have more special. They should have more freedom to do that, but I just don't see them after this backdoor pilot episode thing they did. I don't see them wanting to do that. And
but I mean, there's so many opportunities. You could do again more like early days of Nolan. You could do
early days of Cecil, like,
Cecil in the
Cecil
GDA.
background.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean
Anthology series have like each episode
the
be a-
Guardians of the Globes
Make a
series.
Boys
like,
Diabolical type series for them.
Yeah.
Or like one on like the early days of Teen Team and all this stuff. Like you could, there's so many things.
Like the Adam Eve special was so good, and it's such a good gap between seasons 1 and 2.
Yes. Yeah.
And I kind of wish they kept that pattern of having a special between seasons.
I saw, not to change course here, but like I saw a really interesting TikTok today that I thought was fun, where they were like, okay, so Monster Girl and Robot are gone for the time being.
Yes.
Mark is most likely going to go up with Alan and his dad, right?
his
That makes
dad,
sense. And I'm
Mhm.
like,
Sure.
maybe Oliver as well. I don't know how the story goes. Don't spoil me on that. But like, I was like, they were like, who is going to defend Earth now? Now that all their greatest heroes are gone? Who's left?
Cecil in a robot suit.
Yeah.
It's like-
bring
it's
back
literally-
Immortal and Duplicate.
I'm like,
I completely forgot they weren't in this season.
Yeah, they're just
Honor-
like off in like a
They're just
cabin
gone.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. They're just gone.
unironically,
Adam Eve.
Cecil's men, his like robot men, are
Yeah,
low-key
his
probably
the
their-
invincible Rhiannon.
yeah,
right.
that's low-key probably their best course of action. Like,
Maybe they could
God
introduce
forbid-
another hero.
God forbid Anissa comes down to Earth while they're gone. They're fucked, right? Like they are done for. I feel like.
Fucked.
Well, I mean, I
Unless
think the
Oliver
point
stays
though
around,
is
but
I think the
don't know.
point is that they're bringing the fight to the Viltrumites.
Yeah, they're trying to go through the rest of the Viltrum Empire.
I mean,
right?
sure, but like,
Getting more drag.
look what happens when Invincible is here, right? Like you
Oh,
have.
dude,
all-
imagine that. I mean, you know who else is still out there too? Is Angstrom again?
Yeah. Imagine
He's still out
Angstrom
there.
comes back.
Bro.
They're fucked. They are completely
They're so
fucked.
fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, there really is nobody left. I'm trying to think who else is even on the
Eve,
Guardians.
I mean, like under normal
They're unborn
circumstances,
babies.
I'd
But
say
yeah, I was gonna say Eve with like
She's-
messed up powers.
yeah.
She can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, you really need Immortal. You just kind of need to get him out of retirement.
Yeah, we need to get him back here.
You need to get him out of retirement. He's got to take.
Oh,
I
well, no,
haven't
no.
listened-
You know who's gonna protect Earth? What's that character? The baby, the boss baby looking whatever.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
business baby. That's who it is.
Yes.
You know, Boss Baby's a DreamWorks animated movie.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Business.
Amazon
Yeah.
Prime.
I just want to go back just a little tiny bit to the Dark Blood stuff. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. But I did like the afterlife conversations they were having. I'm always very
I
intrigued.
thought. Yeah, I actually thought their conversations were interesting. I just thought that any time that they were fighting was boring, and it shouldn't have been.
I agree. I'm always fascinated how each show has a different take on the afterlife. So I'm always very excited when a new show. It's like I really like that heaven in I guess there is no heaven here, which I thought that stuff was interesting. But I love where it's like hell isn't an alternate reality. It's literally just under the Earth's core that we can't get to. Like, I think that's a really fun concept, because I always imagine, if you watch like Lucifer or like The Good Place or any thing, it's usually like an alternate reality that humans can't access.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really sick, and I loved kind of the concept of like, if heaven is real, then like heaven can't exist because if something is too good, then it's not meant to last. It's kind of the main idea. I thought that was really cool. It's like heaven should be the earth you strive to make, and I thought like, oh, that's a really fun concept. I think that's really cool.
Sure. And going back to another topic, actually, I'll send it in the group chat. But there was this picture that I was seeing the entire time about the color situation with a suit.
Okay.
And it's the most like I could see the blue in this one photo.
Let's see. Let's see it.
Oh, it's in Discord.
Okay. Yeah.
Or notes on.
You have it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, it's the most where I can see.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Yeah. And then at that point, then is the white in Immortal's costume yellow too? Like or like off white?
Yeah. It's like sky blue. It's like
that's exactly what it is.
Really,
it's like the lightest blue of all time.
Yeah.
Seriously, and I don't know. It's such a weird thing.
But it does make sense because they wanted him to be kind of like obviously an allegory for Superman. Superman's got, a red and blue suit.
Yeah,
so
I get it.
So
it makes sense. So it's not quite as like instantly like recognized as a rip, but like it is.
I'm also really, really random. I'm really sick of the evil Superman trope. It's been so overdone to me. It's been so overdone.
Yeah. But yeah, there you go.
Mr. Darth Bunyan, my goodness, it's been a while, my friend. How are you? I would send you a link, Darth, but we're like about to wrap up all of our like Invincible stuff. So, but I hope you're doing well, my friend.
Was good,
Daredevil
dude.
Born Again was great as always. It was pretty great.
Also, I will correct my previous self. So I saw a comment say there was a different show that did technically have a revival show, a superhero show before Daredevil Born Again.
It was Heroes. Yeah.
And I forgot about Heroes. That they technically had their own little revival.
No, like comic book show, if that helps.
No comic book show. There we go.
Yeah.
Heroes got their own thing, but
I do think they'll change eventually, though. Like now that
I really hope it does.
I think
it will.
We're in this era of like early 2000s, 2010s revival shows.
If he hadn't died, I would love to see a 90s Flash revival.
Yeah, I'd say that's one of the closer ones because he came back in such a big.
Well, that's the thing. The Arrowverse was the first to bring back old characters.
It kind of did revive it, yeah.
Because they brought back, Brandon Routh as well, the Birds of Prey girl from the one show.
I mean, if you will, Constantine basically, like Legends basically became the Constantine show for a couple seasons.
Yeah, which was fun.
Yeah.
And I know that originally plans for Arrow, if Flash had gotten canceled, I know he was meant to be a main character on Arrow, which also would have been fun to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I have no idea how that would have worked. That would have been weird.
Just have him lose his powers early on. He would just bury Alan.
It would have been like a Ragman thing where he would have had like 3 episodes and then they would have realized they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I think me and Taz are going to spend the last couple of minutes doing Shrinking. I actually don't have much to say, so we won't.
No, I don't.
Too
Yeah.
crazy long. But Ben, I don't know if you want to stay or if you want to hop out of here, but you have anything?
I should go make dinner because it's 7:30.
Okay.
Ben, do you have anything you want to shout out, promo? I'm actually going to full screen you here for I can have some good screenshot stuff for thumbnails.
Still working on the one thing. It's coming together. It's a little longer than expected, but it's coming together. So we'll see how that is. We'll see on that.
Absolutely. Well, go check out his stuff when it happens in the future.
Yes.
Do some time travel shit and go to the future and check his stuff out.
Exactly. I'll hopefully see you guys next week for more Daredevil and Invincible. Too early for the boys, right? Did that 2 weeks?
Nope, that's next week. That's the following week. Yeah.
Okay,
No. It's the following week. Like next week is just these 2 shows, and then the following week is
craziness.
Darth Maul and the boys.
Craziness. 4 shows.
It's 5 if you count shrinking.
Well, no,
I don't know how we're
technically,
gonna
wait,
do it.
Mall is not next week. It's the week after.
No, the week following. Yes.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
week
The
after.
boys and Darth
Oh,
Maul
no.
same week.
Wait, no, I thought it was the 6th.
It is the 6th.
Well, yeah. Well, it comes out next week. We will cover it though the following week.
Well, not if it drops on Monday morning.
You can cover it next week.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, wait. So yeah, Mark, I guess Darth Maul
Yeah, we got Maul next week, boys.
Holy shit. Okay.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna still test out that theory.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. Anyways, I will see you boys later. Enjoy shrinking.
Peace.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. See you later.
Where do Sith like to shop?
Where?
At the Darth Mall.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Shrinking episode. Was it episode 10 or 9?
I don't even know what episode that was. I
9?
think that was 9. Hold on, let me pull up
9?
Apple. Believe that was 9.
9? I think it's 9. It's 9 because
Yeah,
we
that
have
was
2
9.
more
That
episodes.
was 9. Yeah. That was 9. What are we thinking?
Interesting. You know what? Probably my
What?
least favorite episode of Shrinking.
Is it weird that I agree with you on that one? I feel kind of the same way. That was a good episode, but like they did. I feel like it was supposed to feel like that, but it felt like a lot of things kind of blew up in this episode, and not in a good way.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel. It almost felt rushed and not earned, in some aspects. Like it just kind of all happened, and it happened very quickly. But I think maybe that's a way to show how quickly the tide changes. But you kind of just like uprooted this whole relationship that we just started between Jimmy and Sophie, which I'm guessing that it'll probably be worked out by the end of the season.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was an interesting one this week. Not too much to talk about. This week was very straightforward. Like there was not a lot of like, not too much deep heavy hitting stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
As much as it has been in the last couple weeks. It was very much so kind of, again, just like a straightforward episode.
I think the Gabby stuff carried it for me 100%.
Yes.
Like I think she carried the episode. I was not a huge fan of the Jimmy and Sophie stuff. It felt like backpedaling to me.
I was gonna say it felt like they went backwards.
Which I understand that is a part of grief. I know sometimes you take 10 steps forward, you'll take 100 steps back. Like, I know that's a thing, but I think from a show structure, it felt very off. It didn't feel organic. It kind of felt like, oh, we need drama for a show. Let's decrease his development we've done so far, which does concern me a little bit. Yeah, for season 4, because from what I heard, this was supposed to be a 3-season journey. Apparently, that they designed this as a 1, 2, 3 for all the characters, and it does scare me a little bit that they're like, oh, the show did well, let's do more and let's keep getting more money or whatever. Again, if they have a good story to tell, like by all means, I want to see what you have in store. I'll be excited for season 4. But like, I think the more we reach these last couple episodes, I am kind of like, there's a part of me wishes that maybe they structured it better for this to be the final season, because I think all the elements are here. It feels like
it does in a lot of ways.
It does.
Right,
like,
you've got Alice going to college. You've got Paul slowly transitioning the practice over. Is Gabby back in now? Like, I guess she's gonna take over. Like she's
taking over, but she's like redoing the whole thing anyway. It feels like.
So that element is happening. You've got Paul moving away. You've got we thought we had Jimmy kind of finally finding a new relationship in that regard too. So it just there's a lot of elements at play here. But again, obviously we can't make a full decision until the show is over. I will say too, as fun as this show is to watch week to week, I do think in a lot of ways it does work better on a binge.
I kind of agree.
I think I enjoyed the first 2 seasons more, just in that regard, is the fact that I was able to see the full story play out there. I was able to binge it all the way, and that's why. Like, I think this season started really strong too.
I agree. Yeah.
But it just feels like it's kind of it's like tapering off here, but this is
Spinning its
also
wheels a bit.
this is also the longest season, or one of the longest seasons as well. So maybe it's showing that we don't need as many episodes, which is odd for me to say. I'm like, that's like the first time I think that I'm like, maybe we don't need as many episodes. Like, I feel like we're almost just like inorganically dragging it out just so it reaches 12 or 15 episodes, right?
Yeah, no, I kind of agree. Like, it's still good. I think it's still a really good show. These are
Yeah,
kind of
I do too.
nitpicks to me. And again, probably not a thing I'd have if I did binge it, or like I was
Yes.
watching it on my own, not for this. I'd be
Right,
like,
you'd just be like, oh
whatever.
yeah, episode 10 or episode 9, whatever, it wasn't as good
Well,
as
yeah.
the last couple, but like it's fine, and you move on to the next one, and you're like, oh, I see why they did this there, or I see why they did that there. And I mean, I think this episode did also serve its purpose. It made you want to really like kind of hate Jimmy's dad, and like it did a
fuck
good job
Jimmy's
with
dad.
that.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, what a piece
Yeah,
of
no,
shit.
he's awful. Like, yeah, he
What a-
sucks.
No, I truly do. That was such a like it was so weird, and but also like so realistic too. Just
Mhm.
people that want the label of being a good father, or the title of being a thing,
Mhm.
but they don't want any of the responsibilities or
Yes.
sacrifices of it. I think is really, really fascinating.
Yeah.
And it is cool seeing like even Sophie saying is like, oh, it's weird to see a therapist with daddy issues, and I think that part's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just wanting to buy the love, being like, oh yeah, sure, she's fine. I got her a car, and that should be enough.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she's not gonna remember. Like, what? Don't
she
even worry
doesn't
about it.
care about the car. She cares about you.
Yeah,
That's
and
what she
the
wants.
it's an invaluable experience to have a family member at a pivotal event. I'd much rather have a family member come to my graduation than give me a material thing.
Sure.
You'd want to have that memory instead of the thing, right?
I think the line that like boiled my gills a little bit was like, well, it's like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's like, yeah, so is your granddaughter graduating, you dick. What the hell?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you only graduate high school once. Like, come on, Brad. Like,
you lost your mind. That's so strange.
Are you mad?
I love that was that. I thought that stuff was good. I thought that was a good plot line, and I liked Liz a lot this week too. I liked Liz going in there and yelling at Paul. I like this is a rock, like you're part of this coven. If you don't want me to take this away, you're gonna sit down and listen to me and what I have to say. And
yeah.
I thought this was like, I think we talked about last week wanting more Paul stuff. I thought this was a really good Paul episode.
I do too.
Paul's always been a little bit selfish, and he always has to kind of catch himself in those acts.
Mhm.
Like, he doesn't mean to be, and he's conscious of it. And once he catches himself, he usually corrects it. But he's still at nature a selfish guy, and I like that he had to be like, okay, yeah, I was being selfish. I just wanted her to be in my life and do blah 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 blah.
Right.
I thought that stuff was really good, and
I guess the dichotomy there too, with like, going to Brian and like
funny,
getting a little TED talk on selfishness. That was pretty funny.
That's pretty fun. Yeah. I don't know. I don't. It was kind of a whatever kind of episode.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really need to drag on too much about it. It just kind of it was what it was. We're again at a point where we're heading into the last couple episodes of the season. We've got the graduation coming up. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of like going away party for Paul eventually. And like, official like signing over of the practice and things. So I am very interested to see how the status quo changes going into season 4, right?
Me too.
Is like, okay, do we see Alice at all? Does she just pop in for an episode or two here and there? How is everything with Sean? Like, is he gonna actually move out of the pool house because of this new job and everything like that? Where does that leave Jimmy? Does he just go back to kind of being like lonely and depressed because his daughter's gone? He screwed up his relationship now. Like again, like you said, this does feel like a step back for him. Like, this feels like something season 1 Jimmy would have done, not season 3 Jimmy,
Although, here's what I'll say. I am very open, and I think the show has given me enough good faith to be open to them having a moment where I'm like, duh, this was all on purpose, and it felt bad in the moment, but maybe this was a great story. We didn't know it yet. Like I'm
right.
waiting
Well,
for that.
I think too. Maybe we're feeling the way that we should feel about this episode. I don't
Sure.
think you should feel good about how this episode ended.
Yeah.
I think it should be one of those where it just like, ugh, everything kind of sucks.
I will say, I think this episode made me realize that I don't think I like Sophie that much yet, and that could change. I think I realized I like Kobe Smulders, the actress.
Yeah,
and like
the character just not like
I love the actress, and I think they're fun together. But I realized she is kind of just female Jimmy. Like it feels a little bit too like create, like it feels like it was kind of created in a lab where it's like, okay, we're giving Jimmy a new love interest, and they kind of just made Jimmy with hair and like you know what I mean, like they have the same personality, they have chemistry, but I don't know if it's like romantic chemistry. It feels more like
they're just goofy together.
Yeah, they feel like friends or like siblings. Maybe a hot take, and I might put this like in the sand. I think I might like Jimmy and Paul's daughter more than these two.
Interesting.
And I want to put this out there, not saying I'll be mad if these two are together. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh man, like I'm very fluid when it comes to my shipping. But I thought those two together were kind of cool, and I don't think we're going in that direction. It seems like she's going to go back with her husband or try again or whatever. But I felt like those two had a better back and forth. I feel like they were obviously they had their like similarities, but they were their own separate people. But they kind of did work together for me. So I was like, I don't know. And again, Sophie's still very new. Like I didn't care for what is it, Brian's husband the first couple episodes we saw him. I didn't care about him yet, right? It took time for me to get there. So maybe with time I can get there with Sophie. I could learn to like, oh no, she found her footing now and she's an actual character, not just Jimmy. But we'll see how it goes, and especially if this is getting a season 4. It's like, okay, let's see what they are going to do with that.
Yeah. But again, overall, good episode. Not a great episode, not a bad episode. I think just good, solid episode, and excited for the rest of the season here. So
I agree. Well, Taz, look at that. We got out of here with only a little bit of 2 hours over.
Yeah.
Which I will take it. This is the energy I will be aiming for over these next couple weeks as we add 20 billion shows to our roster.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's good to like not, take a ton of time. Like trust me, I love the news segments. Like when we do those and that's all we do on the show, it's great. But also too, it's good to have like, all right, we got these 3 points, we got to hit them. And that's, So I think we did good there. I think we did really well there.
Agree that we did good. Taz, do you have anything you want to shout out, promo?
No, I mean, just I mean, just youtube.com/toxic Taz. I mean, we're gonna try to put some stuff out there as far as just our stream clips and things. I think I mentioned this last week. I do want to do something for Resident Evil Requiem eventually. I might end up waiting until like the first DLC comes out or something. But I just, again, my schedule's been so busy. It's been so hectic. But as soon as I do get that little sliver of free time, we'll have some more fun stuff up on the channel. So
amazing. What up, Just? Shout out to Just Fresh Games. Good friend of mine. We had him on Pipeline last year.
Oh, nice.
Great friend. Shout out to him.
Hello.
What do we got on the horizons? What's
the docket?
Obviously, after the credits next week, it's crazy. It's wild. Again, we have episode 5 of Invincible, which is the episode we've all been waiting for. 2 episodes of Daredevil, and I'm just now hearing Darth Maul, the first 2 episodes of Darth Maul. So we're going to have 5 episodes to talk about next week, which is going to be crazy. So tune in for that. We got some fun stuff coming. Pipeline's been weird lately. I do apologize for the ups and downs in March. We didn't have an episode last week, but this week we have an episode. Jake's on the show this week. Shout out to Jake. We are pitching our ideal phase 7 of the MCU that we would like to see. So we're putting our creative minds to the test. So that will be very, very fun. I might do something tomorrow for all those trailers. I might either do like a mini stream or a video, just watching all those trailers tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. see how early I can wake up before I go to work. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch y'all on the flip side. Goodbye.